Hello, hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Thursday to y'all. Good to see ya. Oh my goodness, I missed y'all these last couple. Oh man, how long's it been since we've streamed? We didn't stream it all last week. Oh, I'm finally feeling better. My apologies. Man, what a weird, crazy, cold, whatever it is that was going on. I just could not get over it. By last stream, by Tuesday, I was like, okay, I think I can do it. And then I had to record something all afternoon. And by the end of it, like, I was still just hacking stuff up. And I didn't want to come on stream and just like blow my nose every 3 minutes. It didn't seem like that would be very entertaining. But I'm finally like, I don't know, 95% better. I'm feeling much better. I'm glad you're all here. Good to see you. What is up, Irish Rager? Very orange. I think it's this. Do I look orange? I think it's this light. I think this light makes me look oranger. My old light broke, so I had to change the light bulb, and for some reason, ever since I changed the light bulb, I look a little tan or something. Looking good, right? Charlie's to strike. Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Oh yeah, do we have some fun today? So I've missed y'all this last week. I'm glad to be back. We have so much to talk about. We have full Streets of New Capenna set. We have new arena format, and we got not one, not two, but 3 spicy Pioneer decks that I'm excited to play. Lucid, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. No, that was my mouse, but thankfully I learned. Here's the, I think you can kind of, well, maybe you can't really see the hammer mark, but I had a backup mouse, thankfully, so we're good. Mostly better corneas, much better than I was before. Just the congestion I could not get rid of, but I feel much better now. So anyway, the plan for tonight, we are talking about all the stuff that we missed, catching up, and playing some Pioneer. Here's what we got. Here's what we got deck-wise, and I'm kind of excited about this. Deck number 1 that I want to start with. Ooh, I'm really hyped for this. Rucker, I did get your email. I haven't got back. I haven't looked through all the deck lists yet. I will, and I will be working on the 30 on 30. So I'm sure there'll at least be some really good inspiration for that. So this deck, I'm really excited to try out. This is Mono Black Devotion, but Mono Black Devotion with a big twist. Cycles Gaming, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. It's a different light bulb. I don't think I told you this because I hadn't streamed the last week. So I was recording a spoiler video. I have this big, I don't even know how to, it's like one of those big picture lights. It's this big square picture thing and the light bulb's in there. But that's the light that I've always used. Where my main light, it started like sparking during the video. And I kind of freaked out because I thought it was going to just like burn the house down. So I managed to turn it off and I changed the light bulb. And I think it was actually just a really big light bulb blowing. But now the new light bulb, it looks a little, I don't know, a little bit orange, I guess, maybe. Do I look orange? Maybe I look orange now. So I'm gonna have to look into that, I guess. Did I get a lot of snow? Got a bit of snow, not a lot of snow, but there was a bit of snow somehow in the middle of April. That's not supposed to happen. So excited for New Capenna. Thinking about playing draft this weekend. Be my first in the LP arena. Ooh, that sounds super fun. Open an Old Border Gary. Oh, Old Border Gary is so sweet. Gary's so sweet. So here's this deck. Here's what we're starting with. It's Mono Black Devotion, but this is Mono Black Devotion with a really big twist. The twist is we got 2 different combos in the deck. Not only do we have Underworld Dreams, Peer into the Abyss, which we can tutor up with Wishclaw Talisman. So we're doing the normal Black Devotion stuff. We play a Gifted Aetherborn, play a Tiamat, play a Grey Merchant to drain ya, and we can just win that way. But we also, Underworld Dreams, whenever an opponent draws a card, they take a damage. We can Underworld Dreams, Peer into the Abyss, make them draw half their deck, kill our opponent that way. The other combo we got, and this one I just added in, it wasn't in the original deck list, but there was already 4 Warlock classes in the deck list. So we also have a Scourge of the Skyclave, which if we can fully level up Warlock class and then kick Scourge of the Skyclave, it just kills our opponent. Scourge of the Skyclave, half the life, Warlock class the other half of the life, and that should just end the game. So that's deck number 1. Combo-y Mono Black Devotion. Gaga Myth, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. If we unlock emotes, do they really only stay for 24 hours? That's a good question. I actually don't know the answer. I've never actually researched those random emotes that Twitch gives out. So I actually don't have a full answer to that. Hey, what's up, Alex Mateo? So that's what we're starting with. We also have Mono Red Chandra Golos Fires of Invention with Light Up the Nights and Cleansing Wildfires and Goloses and Karns to get whatever God Pharaoh statue on the sideboard. That looks sweet. And then this deck, why? I don't know why this is showing up as illegal. Oh, we're missing. Well, this is the weirdest green devotion deck I've ever seen. It's essentially like oops all creatures. It's all creatures except for lands. We have Umori as our companion, and we're just ramping into, with the help of Nykthos, into the jankiest finishers imaginable. Like, name a janky big green thing. We have the Terrace, we have Endray's Forerunners, we got Sylvan Primordial, we got Kogla, we got Vorinclex. So this deck looks just ridiculous as well. So those are the decks we got on tap today. Hey, what's up, Lord Boys? Good to see you, good to see you. Fictional, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Yeah, maybe, I thought I got all the cards for it, but apparently I didn't. I'll have to snag that one really quick. But we're not starting with that anyway, so we should be fine. The other question I got for y'all, and if my voice goes at all, it's just the remnants of the cold. So if I sound a little bad at any point, you know what's going on. The big news of the day was that we finally got the announcement of the new format on Arena. Cordius, welcome to the Fishbowl. This hype train is going. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. So I'm really curious what y'all think. So Wizards announced finally Explore. Explore is essentially Pioneer, but with the cards that we have on Arena. So it's Pioneer, but we don't have all the Pioneer cards. We're actually missing quite a few Pioneer cards. So for the time being, it's Pioneer legal stuff, but only with what we have on Arena. But Wizards said they will be adding stuff through anthologies and hopefully in other ways to actually build towards full Pioneer. What do you think of this format? Does this actually solve your Arena issues? If you had Arena issues, Cladion, welcome to the Fishbowl. Maybe log back into Arena. Well, I mean, that's a good thing. So the good news is this immediately, right now, short term, if you're someone who didn't want to play with digital only cards, now you have a non-rotating format that doesn't use digital only cards. In the short term, it's not going to be Pioneer. It's going to take a while to actually turn into Pioneer. Wizards said several years, which if there's one thing about this announcement that I kind of don't like, it's just the time frame. Like, this is exactly what I wanted. Like, I wanted Pioneer or a format working towards Pioneer. So overall, I'm happy with it, but several years might be too long. So I'm hoping the time frame gets moved up. I'm hoping we get like a Pioneer Masters or something. Hey, what's up, Doug? How are you? Good to see you. So if we could actually have full Pioneer or something close to full Pioneer like in a year or two, I would be a lot happier. But still, it's much better than if Wizards said some random historic but without the digital only cards or some other just like random format that isn't connected to Pioneer at all. So I think we're like heading in the right direction. So is it going to bring you back to Arena? May or may not come back. I mean, that's better than not even considering coming back. So I guess that's good news. I mean, I think I'm hyped for it. The thing is, in the short term, I don't know what I'll do with it in the short term, honestly. Like, in the short term, it's weird. If I was someone who only played Arena and didn't play Magic Online, didn't play Paper at all, then I would kind of be excited about it because it would give me another thing to do on Arena. I could play without the digital only cards if I wanted to. But since I play Magic Online, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I can't imagine myself playing half of Pioneer when I can just play full Pioneer on Arena, on Magic Online. But once they actually get full Pioneer, I think that gets more appealing. So I think it's definitely good for Arena only players right now, and it can be good for everyone eventually. Awesome, dude. And I'm definitely excited of the direction. Like, they're heading in the right direction, the direction I was hoping for. But anyway, we can talk about that as we go along. Let's do our reminders. Replay YouTube, that's where you can find all the old streams, including this one, in the future. Normal YouTube, finished up spoiler stuff, tons of gameplay stuff coming up. And next week, we'll have our top 10 videos covering Streets of New Capenna. So keep it out for that. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/MTG Goldfish. And if you get a free goldfish sticker, just let them know you want one in your order notes, and they will hook you up. Also, Other big news, Wizards is bringing back early access streams. So on Tuesday, during our normal stream time, except we might stream a little bit longer, but on Tuesday, we actually get to start checking out Streets of New Capenna. So if you got sweet New Capenna decks, definitely hook me up. Send me your deck list. If you've never been here for an early access stream, we just try to play a ton of different decks, check out all the new stuff. So if you got sweet decks for the new format, definitely send me a link, send me whatever before Tuesday, and we'll get going with it. Ooh, planning on building Mirror Breaker Yarion for Explorer. Ooh. So what's your hype level for Explorer, Benny? My real question is, Big Wig the Bunny Soldier, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Excuse me, if you see any coughing or anything, my apologies. I'll try to mute myself. So question is, you're a current arena player. If you're a current arena player, are you playing Historic or are you playing Explorer? Like, does this just immediately win you over? Hey, what's up, awesome dude? How are you? Good to see you. Hope all is going well. Anyway, let's talk about this deck really quick into our league, and then we can talk about it because I'm really curious what are people gonna play? What do we think of the popularity of this Explorer format? Like, when does Explorer come out? So you can build decks for Explorer now. Deck building is live, and then with the Streets of New Capenna update on Thursday, then the queues will actually be up, so you can actually start playing the format. So you get like a week of deck building to get ready, and then next Thursday, the actual launch of the queues. We have a new donation from Dan Wildfire, $5 donation. Aristocrats and Spellslinger are my favorite archetypes in Commander. The deck still needs tuning, but it will be a glorious pile of evil when it's finished. Ooh, let me see, Doug. Oh, and Hilo's like the sweetest cards. I gotta say, we haven't even got to talk about New Capenna. We had all the spoiler videos. Wizards nailed it, hit it out of the park, I think, with the Commander decks. I don't remember being this excited about Commander precons in quite a while. They have so many cool cards, like, and Hilo's a really sweet card, and Hilo's just like probably the sweetest commander of the bunch, but there's so many awesome cards. Benny Brackets is really good. The Beamtown Bullies, a really cool build around. I love the Bant counter sub theme. The counter sub theme is that's some of the coolest cards, like the counter mover. Where's that card? The one that can just move the counters around from anything, which I can't find. Resourceful Defenses. Resourceful Defenses is just, that card is so sweet. It has so many cool synergies that we've just never had before in all of Magic. And it blows my mind that Wizards has been making Magic for almost 30 years now or something, and they still come up with things we have just never been able to do before. Like, 30 years later, they're still coming up with brand new mechanics. Master of Ceremonies, I think, is just like really good white card, just a new white staple, essentially. That set is so good. So thank you so much for the donation, Doug. It looks super sweet. Hey Seth, I want to build a Jund Treasure Commander deck using the new Capenna cards. Any leads on a deck list? Ooh, Jund. Wait, so you want a deck list for Jund Treasures in Commander? I have not built a Jund Treasure deck in Commander. Anyway, let's talk about this deck real quick. And then we start playing games, and then we talk about New Capenna. We can talk about Arena. We can talk about all that stuff. How everyone has been over the last week and a half while we've missed the streams. So this deck, Mono Black Devotion, but with the combos. We talked about the combos. The two combos are Underworld Dreams, tutor up with Wishclaw Talisman, peer into the Abyss you, make you draw half your deck, burn you out with Underworld Dreams. Combo number 2, level up Warlock class, and then kick a Scourge of the Skyglaive, which just kills your opponent from any life total. Scourge of the Skyglaive, half the life total, Warlock class, the other half. The rest of the deck is Mono Black Devotion. We got Murderous Riders and Thought Seizes and Bloodchief Thirst, lots of black mana symbols on the battlefield like Gifted Etherborn, some Gray Merchants to win fairly, Mihawk Massacre for more removal, and that's essentially the deck. Mono Black Devotion, but with really sweet combo kills built in. Arcade Junior, welcome to the Fishbowl. And Proof, welcome you as well. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. So, all right, let's see. Let's jump into a league. There occasional mutings. So Explore. We didn't get into this too much. Now it's our chance to get into it. So Explorer, is that taking over? Oh, it's a 61 card special. Hey, what's up, my beard? Good to see you. I've missed you. Yes, any safe magic links are fine in the chat. So yeah, that's fine. So what are we thinking about Explorer? Will you play it in the immediate term? So I know, like, once it's full Pioneer, any Pioneer player is going to be excited about it. But what about in the middle, short term, when we don't actually have all the cards for full Pioneer? Does it top Historic for you? Like, is it Historic or Explorer, or is it going to be both? Are you going to play both of them? I'm very curious. Yeah, I mean, I think Winota is going to need to be banned. I would be absolutely shocked if Winota survives. Winota is on the cusp of being too good in Pioneer. It's like right on the borderline. And once you go to the arena version, once you go to Explorer, the format's going to be weaker. There's not as many cards. And we actually have versions of Winota that are fully legal. Like this tournament winning first place Pioneer Winota deck, every single card is on arena already. You don't need to make any changes. So you can just straight up play the best deck in Pioneer without any changes, which is kind of insane. So I'm definitely a little bit worried about how strong Winota is going to be in the format. I would not be at all surprised if it's got to be. And Wizard said that. They said, long term, once we have Pioneer, then we'll just have the Pioneer ban list. But short term, they're going to do what they got to do, basically. So they might ban cards for Explorer that are not banned in Pioneer. Stream mode achieved. So Winota, I think, is likely to be at the top of the list. I might return to Arena for Pioneer if I already have a lot of cards, but left due to Alchemy. Well, I think this kind of hopefully helps with that, at least. Like, if you're someone who left Arena primarily because you didn't want to have to play with digital-only cards, with Alchemy cards, I think this gets around that issue. Like, I think that mostly just fixes it. So I can imagine people coming back because of that. Hey, what's up, Monster CC? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, it's been too long. It's been way too long. Winota will get banned because on Arena Play, people play best of one, and you can't sideboard against her. Yeah, I wonder how that'll have an impact. I didn't think about that. Winota is definitely way more brutal in best of one. I wonder if we'll have bannings like in Pioneer because of Arena having best of one. That for cards it would be okay in best of three. Well, I mean, yeah, if you stop playing 60 card formats, this probably isn't going to really change things. Oh boy, Lotus Field. I am excited for arena players to get to learn about Lotus Field combos. This is definitely the most annoying deck in the format, I would say. Well, all right, Gifted Etherborn, go take that Grazer. I mean, I don't think it's impossible that Winota gets straight up banned in Pioneer either. Like I said, it's right on the cusp. It's right on the, like, it could go either way. All right, there's a Lotus Field. Well, Tiamat. Well, playing Nykthos. Oh, the problem is we could just get comboed right now by Lotus Field. Hit ya. I want to add mana symbols, but we might have to, like, dig for a Thoughtseize. Yeah, let's Warlock class. See if we can find a Thought. Okay, no. Castle Lockway, Warlock class. Pass the turn. Don't kill us. Don't kill us. I mostly play Historic Brawl and stop because of Alchemy. I like the Pioneer Edition, but it doesn't fix my format. Yeah, that is... So do you think that legality in Brawl should be attached to Pioneer rather than Historic? I mean, that would fix the issue, right? Ah, yes, that's true, but they don't really have combo decks, right? There's no Lotus Field. This is like Lotus Field Eggs combo. Yoda Man, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm glad the wedding announcement made it. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Thank ya. Oh, there's the Scourge. We're actually not that far away from doing big things. But we're also not that far away from dying. 1, 2. Level up Warlock class. Go digging. Oh, we desperately need a Thoughtseize. That might not even be enough. Come on deck. Come on, deck. Oh, none of those cards help. Well, we'll take the Gray Merchant. Yeah. Well, 2 Lotus Fields, I think we're like almost certainly dead. The Ghosted Deck faded. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Is Explorer out on Arena yet? Trying to play it, but I can't find it. No. So the wording in the announcement was a little confusing, but essentially what they were trying to say is starting today, you can use the deck builder to make Explorer decks. And then next Thursday, when they do the update for New Capenna, then they're going to actually add the queues. So you can't actually play it until next Thursday, but you can start building decks for it today. Steric Proctor to Fairy, Lotus Field don't go in to fit it. Definitely ton of Lotus Field combos. Well, we're about to see Lotus Field combo right now, although Thespian Stage isn't on Arena, is it? So maybe there won't be Lotus Field combo in the short term because there's no Thespian Stage. I think you need the Thespian Stage to actually go infinite. Or like, it's not even infinite, it's like eggs infinite. It's not deterministically infinite, but it's like play through your deck and make a ridiculous amount of mana. Explorer, so Explorer is the new format on Magic Arena. It's Pioneer, but only with the cards on Arena, so it's all sets from Return to Ravnica forward, but many of those sets aren't on Arena yet, so they're gonna have to backfill. A bunch of cards to get full Pioneer, but that's the plan. Right now, it's going to be kind of a placeholder format while we wait for more Pioneer stuff. And then eventually, Wizards said the goal is within a few years to have all the Pioneer stuff on there. The few years part is that's the part that I dislike. The announcement's basically what I hope. Like, okay, so here's what I wanted. I wanted them to say, hey, Pioneer's coming now. Like, hey, turn on your computers today and you have Pioneer. You can get all the cards you want. You play the full format. I know that wasn't super realistic. Oh boy. Okay. 6 mana. Is there a way we can get out of this? Oh, now we gotta actually think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one hits for 8. Wait, does this mean if we resolve both Gray Merchants, we win? Are we gonna steal this? Are we gonna steal this Gary style? Hastafarian, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Do we have enough mana? So 6 minus 2, 6. I think Double Gary's gonna do it. Nick those. Take up that mana. 10. Gray Merchant. Number 1. Coming down? I don't think they have counters. Drain you. Gray Merchant number 2. We beat Lotus Field combo. We actually beat Lotus Field combo. We have our own combo, which is casting 2 Garys. Are you playing New Capenna next week? Yes. Not only are we playing New Capenna, but they brought back early access. I gotta give Wizards credit. My goal is always to just say what I think. Sometimes that makes Wizards mad. Sometimes I think it makes the community mad. But that is positive and negative. And I gotta give Wizards credit. They've actually done some pretty good things lately. Nia Jack for the 40th month. That's our lucky Gary. Our lucky Gary came through. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. So I gotta give Wizards credit. They brought back early access event, which I think is a big positive. So that's exciting. So that'll be Tuesday. We'll get to check out the new cards, have some fun. So I'm really hyped for that. I think that the Pioneer announcement's pretty good. Like, honestly, I hope the time frame is faster than it makes it sound. I don't know. Krim was telling me, I'm not up on all the other non-Magic card games. I want to say it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Is there a relatively new Yu-Gi-Oh! Digital game? It might not be Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe it's, I think he said Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. But there was a game, maybe you'll know what it is once I describe it. But there was another game. I thought he said it was Yu-Gi-Oh! They launched and they just added 11,000 cards. For context, there's like, I think around 30,000 cards in Magic now. 11,000 cards. 11,000 cards. And they just like, hey, here you go. Here's 11,000 cards. So I feel like it doesn't take that long to add cards. Like it can't take that long to add cards. And we've seen this even on Arena. Remember when we turn on Arena and play a game of Momir? And it's like, hey, here's 50 new cards just to play Momir, a format that isn't even like real in the sense that it's not a tournament format or anything. So I feel like it maybe isn't as hard to add cards as we think. I think the sticking point is like, how do you monetize them? I think that's the reason that we're not getting oh boy, we should probably sideboard here. I think that's the reason why we're not getting things faster. Isn't because Wizards doesn't have the, technology to actually make it happen. I think the issue is, how do they monetize it? I think that's the problem that Wizards has, is like, sure, we could just dump all of Pioneer on there, but then how are we going to profit off of it? How do we make our money if we do that? So I think that's what slows it down. And doubly so when you hear that like some of these other games can just dump 11,000 cards on there almost immediately, which is ridiculous. So I'm hoping, all that to say, I'm hoping that the process is a little faster than we think. And I think it's possible that it will be. Do we even keep this? That sounds functional, but it's not really good. Oh, okay. Well, this will keep. Necromentia is really... Oh, I forgot we had Meat Hook Massacres. We probably want to sideboard those out. Hey, Seth, I got all 5 new Capenna Commander decks for $37 each, given the Collector, Mythic, and Rare, and some interesting new cards. I feel like that's a good price. Thoughts on the new price? Oh, that's the other news that happened this week that we didn't talk about. The price of the brick is going up. Magic price is increasing. I think that $37 is actually a pretty good deal for the Commander decks at this point. What do you think about the price increase? Boy, there's so much news. Oh, they do have Lotus Field. Well, we'll take the Hidden Stirrings. Go. Powder to taps. So that was the other news. The price of Magic is going up 11%. So... I mean, I never want the price of Magic to go up. Although after like buying gas and like groceries and things like that, 11% doesn't seem that ridiculous compared to how much the prices of a lot of things have went up. It definitely came across a little awkward that they were like, hey, we just have the biggest revenue quarter ever or whatever. And guess what? Prices are going up. So that was... The timing was probably not ideal. When they made so much profit, no reason to. Yeah, I mean, that's the part that I think ends up looking bad. It's kind of like, is it really necessary? When you're making so much money, is it really necessary? Although I guess from the, capitalistic perspective, you never make too much money. The more money you make for your shareholders, the better a person you are. I think capitalism is so, oh, geez. What do you think about the new Commander decks? Isn't Grixis way above the rest? Honestly, so I think the Grixis Commander is way above the rest. I think Anhilo is like the best Commander. I am the Evo One. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Thank you. The Kraken plus fight rigging in Standard. Ooh. I was thinking about using the black 3-drop and like Daemogoth Woe Eater. I hadn't really thought about the Kraken, but the Kraken is another good way to rig a fight. Henzi Sweet. I mean, really, we'll look at it. We can look at it again in a minute. I honestly think the Commander decks are pretty solid. My personal favorite's actually the Bant deck. I don't know if the Commanders of the Bant deck are that good, but I feel like overall, the quality of the Bant deck and just the cards are so cool. Just such cool designs. Henzi, the Jund deck. I'm really intrigued by the Blitz mechanic. I feel like the Blitz mechanic's got some potential. All right, I'm trying to figure out what do we name. All right, so they already got Lotus Field, so we can't name Lotus Field. Hidden Stirrings. Emergent Ultimatum. Oh, what's your advice, chat? What do we name here? I mean, we got to take something. So if we take Emergent Ultimatum, they still win with Mastermind's acquisition. Lear. take the Masterminds acquisition. I feel like we'd rather take something like Emergent Ultimatum that they have 4 of. Man, we never beat that. We never beat probably don't beat the Masterminds acquisition either. Hidden Stirrings would really prevent their mana. But they still have Vizier, so I could still kind of make it work. I feel like if we're going to take Omniscience, we just take Emergent Ultimatum, because I don't think they're going to get to 10 mana. Well, they might get to 10 mana. Ooh, but I think I take the 4 Emergent Ultimatums before I take the one Omniscience. You know, all right, let's just take... Ooh. It's either Emergent Ultimatum or Hidden Stirrings. It's one of those two. The idea is Hidden Stirrings would help keep them from getting to Emergent Ultimatum. But what does Hidden Stirrings do if they don't have Emergent Ultimatum? You know what? We're going to take Emergent Ultimatum. Oh. All right, let's take a look at this list. Omniscience in hand. Yeah, it is just, it's the normal boring list. All right, well, Emergent Ultimatum's gone. So they have 1 Masterminds acquisition, 1 Fae of Wishes, and Omniscience in hand. All right, your go, Blazers. Oh. So yeah, what do you think of the power level of New Capenna? Like, the commander decks and the set overall. I'm actually curious because I've heard some really, really, really mixed reviews. I've heard some people saying, this is the next Eldraine. This is busted. This is over the top. This is so good. And I've heard other people like, this is Strixhaven. It's horrible. It's so underpowered. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle, I would say. It's gotta be somewhere in the middle. The set by itself is meh. I think okay. That's a fair opinion. I think it's a little bit higher than meh. Shouldn't you be playing Explorer? Oh, I'm a Pioneer player. Honestly, like, I don't know. So when they add Explorer, we'll definitely try it. My guess is, and I want to know what y'all think about this too. My guess is that probably we'll keep mostly playing Pioneer until they get more cards. Like, for me, I think that Explorer would probably replace Historic. That's what I'm currently thinking. It would probably replace Historic, and then Pioneer will still be Pioneer, and we'll still keep doing that. Well, run out our stuff. Abandoned. What did they sideboard tutor for? A little bit scared. So they drew Omniscience into Masterminds acquisition. If they actually get down Omniscience, that's pretty bad. What cards are at the power level of Okos or Fires? Hidden Stirrings. Untaps. Okay. And maybe they got a Leer in the sideboard? Is that what they're trying to set up? Is Leer flash back the graveyard? So Explore is a new arena format. Is there any difference between Explore before the Alchemy nonsense? Or between Explore and Historic before the Alchemy nonsense? Not especially. It's pretty similar. I mean, we can't let our opponent untap with Leer, but we also really don't want to let them tutor. Actually, can they even tutor for anything worthwhile? Do we even have a way to kill the Leer if we do tutor? We took out all of our removal. We don't have Graveyard Hay. Oh no. Yeah, so it's essentially Historic before Alchemy, but with the promise that they're building towards Pioneer proper. Honestly, I've heard some people worried that we're not going to get, because they said we probably won't include every card. We're going to try to include all the playable cards, but it probably won't be every card. I've heard some people worried about that. I'm not really worried about that part. This actually happened on Magic Online, with Vintage, where they had a fake format that was a stand-in for Vintage as we waited for the cards for Vintage. And when it was all said and done, not every single card is on there, but everything that is even like halfway playable or interesting is on there. And the stuff that's not on there is like random Homelands common that you probably don't even know exists. Like, sure, it'd be nice if literally every single card was on there for completion's sake, but I'm hopeful that that's how it's going to be with Pioneer. They did promise Pioneer before. That is true. Well, all right. A little nervous about this. Wish clawing's probably bad for us. Oh, you know what we do? Okay. Wish claw. Tutor. I think this works because we can get go blank. I think that's our best bet. Wish claw, go blank. Wish claw, go blank. That's probably it. All right, let's take go blank. Opponent gets the wish claw. We go blank. So Omniscience gone. Don't have to worry about that. Graveyard gone. So Lear's a lot less scary. Opponent does get to tutor if they want. Opponent, even more mana. Oh, this Wish Claw's going to come back to bite us eventually, I think. Opponent passes. Oh my goodness, Necromentia. Okay, what can we take? What can we take? Wait, so Mastermind's Acquisition's gone. Emergent Ultimatum's gone. If we take Fate Wishes, can they win? Can they win if we take Fate Wishes, or does that might actually just win us the game? All right, let's look at this one more time. We saw their deck list. So Mastermind's Acquisition is no more. Emergent Ultimatum's no more. Omniscience is no more. Fate Wishes is the last one, right? And then they're trying to win by beating us down? I think that works. Yeah, all right. 1, 2, 3 manas, Necromentia. Opponent has all the mana, but they can't actually win. Fate of Wishes. Let's just triple check. That's not going to kill us. That's not going to kill us. Yeah? I mean, I guess they can try to beat us down with Lear, but I don't see a win con or a way to get a win con. Oh man. As much as I don't like losing to this deck, it's kind of hilarious to beat it. Yorgo opponent. Tutor away. Anything that could possibly kill us is gone. I guess other than the Lear. The Lear is still kind of, I guess there's some way this could kill us, but I don't think that's going to happen. We need a way to name You Were Already Dead. I like how the contest schedule roughly on this level of how often we see them. Modern, Pioneer, Legacy, Standard, Explorer. I'm open to other formats like Pauper or Vintage, but we don't ever get those videos, so I'm used to the ones you typically play. I mean, that sounds more or less an opponent. They realize they got no answers, and Super Janky Mono Black Devotion taking down Lotus Field combo. That's kind of how I see it. I mean, there's some differences based on time. Like next week, we get a new Standard set. Probably gonna play a lot of Standard. So it goes up and down based on the season a little bit. Fearlerman, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. But that's kind of overall how I rank it too, more or less. Well, that was pretty good. So what's the first deck you're building in Explorer then? Oh yeah, so what I was saying is I think that for me, Explorer kind of more or less replaces Historic. I found myself in this really weird position with Historic where everyone hates the alchemy cards. And the thing that I keep running into with Historic is people play the alchemy cards, and I have this this conundrum where I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, do I play the alchemy cards? On one hand, I know people hate them, and I don't want to just play things people hate. On the other hand, it feels weird to not play them when your opponents are playing them, like not playing Modern Horizons in Modern or something. Like, that just feels really weird to me because they exist in the format. So I think for me, Explorer is a really easy way out of that. We can play something that's essentially historic, but without having to deal with the digital only card problem in any of the, hurt feelings that go along with that. So I think I'm excited for that part. Really though, I'm not like super duper interested in it right now. I'm interested in trying it out, but since we already play Magic online, it's weird to play half. No, we're going to keep this one lander. It's weird to play half Pioneer when we could just fire at Magic Online and play full Pioneer. To Bunker, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was a good draw. Thought sees you. Ooh, green, black. Huh. Well, I think we take... Oh, geez. I don't even know. Opponent has a lot of good things. That's a tough hand. Gutter Snipe, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess it's Kiora. I feel all those cards are good, but I think Kiora's the one. The card draw is scary. Yeah, we can't let our opponent just start drawing cards. So far, so good for the deck. We're 1-0. 1-0. We have not pulled off the combos fully yet, though. Old Growth Troll. Well, Schwamp. And Gifted Etherborn. Go. I mean, I guess we can also hope our opponent doesn't draw land to play Vraska. Vraska blow up our stuff is kind of bad. Anyone think that Calibrated Blast decks will take off with the new Shadow and Essency? I mean, the new Shadow is definitely a big upgrade for those decks. So I think those decks definitely get better. Opponent. Oh. That's actually a pretty good meatball. Meowg Massacre X1 gets rid of the elf and our opponent missed a land drop. This is actually huge. And it's 2 black mana symbols. All right. That's a huge draw. Hey, what's up, Joshy Washy? Good to see you. Elf down. I guess we should have attacked first. We would have gained 1 more life. Get in with a Gifted Etherboard. Black mana symbols increasing. We got a new donation from the Juice Caboose. Is anyone else doing pre-release? I have a pinstripe suit with demon horns and a cigar for some added dress up. Just no martini glasses to Juice Caboose. Cigars are fine. All that stuff's fine. Just no martini glasses, please. That actually sounds super sweet. Yeah, pre-release, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to pre-release for this set or not. Maybe. I mean, we'll definitely play it online. Whether I make it to a physical one, not 100% sure. It does look super fun though. I really need to make it to more pre-release events. So I think that Calibrated Blast definitely gets better. Thank you so much for the donation, by the way. Calibrated Blast definitely gets better. Whether or not it becomes like top tier, that's still kind of another question. 4 mana, 5 mana. Opponent's at 19. They need a land for Vraska. I'll play Gifted Etherborn. Number 2. Hey, what's up, Smalls? How are you? Good to see you. Hey, Seth, did you make a Little Mermaid's Tale trade of your voice to get early access streams back? I would have made that choice, but no, I'm still just not completely over this cold. It keeps saying it, and it gets worse. That's the issue. Like today we had Commander Clash, and I was doing some other recordings. So by the end of the day, I sounded good this morning. I even sounded pretty good during Commander Clash this afternoon. But by the end of the day, it just kind of like builds up in my voice. It just falls apart still. I still haven't fully gotten over whatever, but it's way better. It's way better than it was before. I took a COVID test that came back negative, and Other people I know that got sick with the same thing around when I did also took COVID tests and they came back negative, and they also got sick for like 2 weeks with the same symptoms. So either all the COVID tests were not working, or it's just like a weird bad cold. Incidentally, did this ever clarify that Halo wasn't just magical cocaine? It seems like Wizard upsold Halo as being a magical drug, but then chickened out making drug reference cards. So Wizards did say in their defense from the very beginning that it wasn't a drug, even though the initial announcement on the WPN site definitely made it sound like a drug. Yeah, some sort of bad flu day. We'll just pass. We're not going to activate this yet, I don't think. I did you read the flavor text on Gaida, the angel? The flavor text definitely kind of made it sound like she was a drug dealer. The source of the Cabretti's Halo turned out to be a single teen girl. So I don't know, if you really dig into it, you could maybe make some argument for the drug thing. But really, if you look at the cards, the closest thing we saw to drugs was a lot of alcohol references, or like Halo alcohol references, luscious libations, and so forth. That was the funniest part of this whole thing, is Wizard, the one thing they did this whole thing about like, okay, this sounds like a drug, but it's not a drug. Please don't call it a drug. That's not what we're doing. But no martini glasses. No martini glasses, please. And then there's martini glasses all through the set. The set is just full of them. So Wizards provided their own martini glasses that are going to be a pre-release after all. So I don't even know. Yeah, something about ground up angels. Ground up angels is what Halo is, which still I'm not very clear on it. I really don't know. I don't know if they were like trying to make a subtle drug reference and then chickened out. Ooh, double make those. What can we do in this? I kind of want to, we got to be able to do something big here. All right, nick those. Nykthos number 2. Wishclaw. Wait, Nykthos. Come on. We got to be able to do something cool. We have 12 mana floating. Wishclaw Talisman. Okay. How do we use this to win the game? Oh. Kick Scourge of the Skyclaves. Gray Merchant. Yeah. Scourge of the Skyclaves. Kick it. It's working. Lose half your life. Exact mana. Gray Merchant. Maybe this deck's sweet. Maybe this deck's super sweet. Oh my goodness. That was a really cool win. That was a super good win. Wow. Scourge of the Skyclaves, our sweet tech. I mean, Double Gary probably would have worked, but would that have been as cool as Scourge of the Skyclave with Kicker? Probably not. I missed you last week too, Starevi. I am super glad to be back, even if my voice is still a little rough around the edges, but Gray Merchant's such a cool card. So what cards are you hyped about from New Capenna? What's at the top of your list? I think the power level of the set's a little middling. It's got some really cool cards, like Bootlegger Stash. Oh my goodness, that's mostly for Commander, but it's so funny that we did Revel in Riches, and we did Revel in Riches on the hard mode in Pioneer, and like the day before it went live, they spoiled this, and it's just so much easier. Like if you want to win with Revel in Riches or pull off weird combos, Bootlegger Stash is so good for that. Halo Fountain, probably going to be first against odds card. Luxor, oh, that card's so sweet. That's one of the cooler cards Wizards made in a while. On Nick's list, I think is just like legit busted. Kraken, everyone loves the Kraken. I wonder if the Kraken's good. I kind of overlook the Kraken as like it's a cool card, and it's cool that it's a Kraken, and it's definitely good for like sea creature tribal or whatever, but I hadn't really thought of it as a good card as much as a kind of a fun card. But maybe it's actually a good card. good and fun. Well, we're gonna bring in all these noxious grasps and go down what? Maybe like one Underworld Dreams, one Meatball, one Thought Seize, and one more Lot Class. Oh no, that's right. We're 61 card special. We're gonna like that. Spicy Pioneer deck for you to look at. Ooh, I do like spicy Pioneer decks. Let me see, Captain American. So I don't know. I feel like there's some disappointing cards in the set, like Urbrask. Kind of disappointing. Someone's got to convince me on Meeting of the Five. Meeting of the Five. I think that it's like, I honestly would put it on my list of worst mythics ever made, like in the top 10 list. I really think it should be there. Other people seem to disagree. I don't know. No one so far has been able to give a good argument why this shouldn't be considered one of the worst mythics of all time. I think that the people who argue against that just haven't really thought through what the card, how it like can't cast ultimatums and how it can't actually do nearly as much as you'd think it would. Meaning the Five is unplayable anything that isn't Charm Tribal. Yeah, it's probably Sweet Charm Tribal. I could see Charm Tribal being a good home. Urbrask is cool. Urbrask was so close. Urbrask, I think that the one thing they needed to do to make me hyped about it is they needed to make it so rather than this weird convoluted, the first card they draw, blah, 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 blah. Like if it just triggered on all the cards that your opponent drew, I think that would make it really sweet. But because it has this weird like first card you draw, that kind of makes me a lot less hyped for it. Not that it's horrible, but it's just not as interesting as I would have liked. Not as interesting as the other two Praetors. I think that's part of it too, is like Jin. When you see Jin, you're like, whoa. And then when you see let's just cast a Lockwane and let's just pass. When you see the new Jin, it's kind of just like, wow. Even if it's not good, it's kind of just like, obviously, rawly, jaw-droppingly powerful. Same with Vorinclex. Vorinclex is absurd. When I first saw Vorinclex, it kind of just blew my mind. Like, it was over the top. That I didn't really get that feeling with Urbrask. With Urbrask, it was kind of like, okay. Like, sure, that's a card. That's a card. So it just didn't have that same impact as the other Praetors. I am apparently alone in thinking Rafine is bad, which is funny as Esper is my number one color combo. Interesting. Yeah, I think Rafine's really good. But I don't know, maybe it's not. I guess it's only a 1/4. I really like how it triggers right away. That's the part that has me hyped about it. Oh dear. Well, those are things that don't actually get got by a Noxious Grasp, unfortunately. Karn the Great Creator tutoring up a kind of a weird inclusion in a devotion deck, playing colorless cards. I mean, we got to get Shieldred and Elish. So it's got to be what? We have Urbrask, we got Jin, we got Vorinclex. So then Brothers War and Dominaria got to have Elish, Nord, and Shieldred. And then next winter, we got to be going back to like Phyrexia or something. It seems like that's got to be where we're headed. Oh boy. That God Pharaoh statue seems really bad for us if it comes down, which it is going to. And we're missing land drops. Oh, this is bad in a whole bunch of ways. Was not expecting the Karn. We were trying to leave up removal to kill something, but our opponent played a thing that we could not kill. And now if we kill Karn, we miss our land drop. Oh, this God Pharaoh statue is so bad. Well, okay, 1, 2, 3. I mean, I guess we gotta kill it. Oh, this is not looking good, not looking good. Wait, Shieldred's dead? Oh no. Well, I mean, Elspeth's been dead how many times? And Elspeth keeps coming back, so Well, it looks like that God Pharaoh statue is going to happen next turn. Well, all right. Show us that Thought Seize. Please. No. Ooh. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's gonna be tricky. Gonna be a little tricky to do it from here. Do you think that the Brothers' War is going to be the Phyrexians attempt to rewrite the past and make Mishra win so Urza doesn't defeat Yawgmoth and allow the Phyrexians to overtake the multiverse? Ooh. Huh. So I was thinking... that we were going to be heading towards Phyrexian stuff in 2023, but maybe it's coming in the Brothers' War. Maybe it is. It's a possibility now that you mention it. Nobody! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. All right. Well, God's Pharaoh statue time. Gonna make it hard to cast stuff. Opponent. Oh, that Karn turn went so bad. How's my voice doing? I don't know, how do I sound? You be the judge. It's definitely way better than it was. Like, if you had seen me Tuesday or like last Thursday, oh my goodness, it was so much worse. But it's still not 1,000,000%, I would say. Well, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,000,000 Underworld Dreams. Draw some cards, opponent. Draw some cards. Opponent. Wait, so how did children die? How did I miss this? I mean, I guess it's because I don't keep up on flavor that much, but... Opponent. Making a lot of mana. Even more mana. Oh my goodness, Storm the Festival. Okay, sure, this is fine. No worries, we're good. Is there any realistic chance of us seeing Yawgmoth return to the lore? I mean, we got a card in Modern Horizons? But that was like a flashback type thing, right? Like Modern Horizons had a lot of old characters, which doesn't necessarily mean we're going to actively get new characters, but... From the MTG Wiki, ultimately Elishdorn laid to waste her domain. It was unknown if Sheoldred still lives, though she is quoted in a blurb for Jumpstart Phyrexian Swamp. Saying so maybe, could still be alive. Wall of Chaos! The Nintendo 64 months. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Cavalier of Thorns and Vraska that can blow up our Underworld Dreams. Oh. If it wasn't for this God Pharaoh statue, I wouldn't feel that bad, but wow, they're okay. Ticks up, draws a card. Nykthos. Opponent's going off. 9 mana, 10 mana, Storm the Festival again. Interesting question for you. Do you think Wizards is making too many mechanics? If so, which ones would you like to see return to standard or get added support? Oh, gee. Okay. Yeah, there's no. Yeah. Okay. Well done, opponent. Well done. Are they making too many mechanics? I like having a lot of mechanics, I think, but maybe that's partly because I've played for a long time. I don't know, from the perspective of a newer player, I wonder if it's a problem. I actually think that Wizards should use mechanics more. The thing that drives me the most crazy is Wizards printing cards that have a mechanic and not keywording it. Like Landfall, they're infamous for doing this with. There's a lot of cards that have exactly landfall. When a land enters the battlefield under your control, do something. But unless you're from Zendikar or a set that has landfall as a mechanic, Wizards doesn't say landfall. They just print all the words out. I would like to see those be actual mechanics. I think that would be less confusing. That's my thinking anyway. Huh. Well, Thoughtseize back in. Underworld Dreams does die a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, opponent's deck is scary. They have a lot of big planeswalkers. How do we stop this? Maybe go blank? Oh, what do we cut, though? We need our combo stuff. Lithiform Blight can actually do something in this matchup. steal for a turn. I mean, yeah, threaten. that would just be threaten. I think that's what I call it anyway. Yeah, I mean, I could see bringing in duress. I could see arguments for go blank. The question is, how do we make room without just cutting combos too much? Our easiest way to win is probably just combo. They're a green-black deck. I guess all those Veroskas make Underworld Dreams a little sketchier. Yeah, there's just not that much room in the deck. Let's go one Underworld Dreams. Underworld Dreams just seems so sketchy against our opponent's deck. Hey, Seth, can you check out my first ever Legacy brew? A budget cleric life gain Death Surprise main key Deru Spiritualist with either Encore on the battlefield. It makes clerics infinite toughness. Then you sacrifice Starlit Sanctum and disciple a Grizzlebrand to either veto on the board or activate Viscopa Guildmage. A win, other win is to swing in with a few 1/1 clerics and pass block, grow 1 toughness, and use Twisted Image to hit for lethal. Ooh, that sounds really sweet, Holy Lols. I like it. I don't know how competitive it would be in like top tier, in like top tier Legacy, but that is a really cool idea. Oh, all right. Well, hopefully we draw some threats. That would be helpful. Delphi Guru, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Oh, you actually have oh no, the deck list page didn't work, Holy Lol, for some reason. It's giving me a page not found. You might have to try putting in there again. That's a really neat idea, though. I like it. I like the idea a lot. All right, well, Schwamp and Thoughtseize you. Wolfwillow Haven, Elvish Mystic, Oath of Nissa, and a Nykthos. I'll take Wolfwillow Haven. Go. My fish is bad. Welcome to the Fishbowl in Ultra Week and LOL failed WTF. So many subs tonight. Thank you so much, everyone. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super thank you. Finally, a format that is what historic should have remained before all the gunk was added. Pioneer Light. Yeah. I mean, that is definitely one of the exciting parts about this, for sure, is that it is going to bring us back to that place. Arena was lacking in places for players who didn't want to play with digital-only cards. That was just, hey, what's up, Grateful Dad? How are you? Good to see you. That's something that was lacking recently. So I think that having that come back is definitely, oh, that's a good draw, is definitely a big deal. That's a really big deal. And that's going to bring some people back into Arena who maybe had left because of the digital-only cards. And I think that's what we want Arena to be. Like, having digital-only cards is fine. You don't have to not ever have digital-only cards. So having them exist for the people who want to play them, I think that's perfectly acceptable. But there also should be a place for players who don't want to play with those cards. And that's what Explorer does. Like, that's probably the most immediately impactful part of that announcement. Yeah, I think we gotta kill it again. Would like to draw land for this sword. That would be sweet. How are you today, Grateful Dead? How are you? Good to see you. All right, opponent finds a tap land. Awkward land. Well, I mean, we're gonna do it. 1, 2, 3, Nykthos. Wasting a Nykthos does hurt, but Soren's pretty good. Yeah, let's get our clock going. Get in, hit ya. Down to 14. Opponent. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? The Jimothy. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you, Dragon Bones. Welcome you as well. Scoops here for you. Thank you. Pioneer's in such a sweet spot. I've really been enjoying Pioneer lately. I'll take up Sorin. Grab a land. Play a land. Play a Wishclaw. Hit ya. Maybe just tutoring up Grey Merchant's good enough. Like, maybe that's enough to make the tutors worth it. Watch this stacks video for Commander yesterday. How do you feel about considering things like Ward as a stacks piece? How do you feel about considering things like Ward as a stacks piece? It effectively taxes interaction. Do you think direct interaction taxing could be a good way to promote stacks game plans? So I think that Ward is interesting. To me, Ward is fixed, essentially fixed hexproof, because hexproof is a little bit over the top as far as its punishingness. So I feel like it's fixed hexproof. I think that Ward is a good direction to take that, though. I feel like hexproof is a little bit too much. Ward, though, it really depends on the number. Like, sometimes it feels like an almost meaningless tack on when it's like Ward 1. Other times it's essentially hexproof when you see like Ward 10 or something. But I do think that's a nice direction to go because it still opens up the possibility of interacting, which I think is big. Hey, what's up, Zai? How are you? Good to see you. We were playing some janky combo-y mono black devotion in Pioneer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can hit our point to 1 with a Gray Merchant. Still might be worth it. Well, let's take up Sorin. Sure, Warlock class. Play Warlock class. Play a Swamp. Nykthos. Wait. So now we have lethal, I think. Go to combat. That's one more black mana symbol. Hit you down to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks lethal to me. Thought sees you. Nothing. Oh no! Wishclaw, oh, it goes away! Oh no! Wishclaw's such a Wishclaw card. All right, opponent. Yeah, that's right. We lose the Wishclaw, so it doesn't actually work. Well, let me see, Daniel. What are you doing in Historic? Well, we're up to 2-0. We're kinda getting them with this deck somehow, some way. So how's everyone's life been for the last couple weeks? Crazy Yowex. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. How do y'all feel about Ward? Do you like that? It's got to be better than hexproof at least, right? Does it do enough? Do you actually care about it? Like, is it a mechanic that you like having on cards, or just does it not matter? Excuse my gallon of water there. I found that I don't drink enough water. Especially when I've been sick. I don't drink enough water if I just have a little cup of water. But if I keep a whole gallon of water around, then I can gulp it down when I get the thirst. Balancing, yeah, I think the Ward is a great way to handle hexproof stuff. I don't know if I consider it stacks. Like, I can see the taxing aspect. When I think of stacks, especially in Commander, I'm thinking of like stasises and winter orbs and trinispheres. Those, like, you can't do anything. So I don't know if I would consider personally. I don't know if I would consider Ward to really be stacks. I don't know. Is Ward stacks? Do you consider Ward stacks, chat? This is fine. Good enough. Close enough. It is neat that you can have Ward. You can have Ward that makes you discard, or Ward that has various numbers. There's a lot of different possibilities. Like, I found. All right, so opponents with no Ta. Definitely taking Chariot. So I found that, like, Graveyard Trespasser is kind of brutal, the discard a card Ward. That's actually really difficult to deal with effectively. And even if you do deal with it, you're down at cards, your opponent gets a 2-for-1. So I like some of those creative Ward abilities. Now, let's just Urborg Etherborn. Yeah. I mean, if they got Winota, they can't trigger it this turn anyway, so that's something. Ward Pillow 40 is a good way to describe. Good way to describe Ward. It's definitely Pillow 40. I mean, and you could make a hexproof if you had Ward pay 20 life or Ward of, you know, even 10, like Tarisk or whatever. You can't realistically, most of the time, pay that amount of mana, so it ends up being just straight up hexproof. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I think we can actually take this turn off to Meathook Massacre. Our opponent can't get down the Grave Titan, the Tovlar's Huntmaster yet. Yeah, let's Meatball X1. Get our mana symbols going. Is this deck actually good? How do we keep winning with this deck? This deck looks so janky. It looks so janky, but it works pretty well. No Cabal Strongholds in this deck. Oh, Daniel, send me your deck list again. I didn't actually pull it up in time to see it. Opponent, land, and Voice of Resurgence, sure. And passes. Oh, there's our friend Gary. Well, how much can we do here? Kazalockwade. 4, 5. Well, Thaw sees you. I gotta get rid of the Grave Titan. That's pretty big. Hey, thank you for the cheer, Juicebox. So, Huntmaster down. Wishclaw Talisman. Hitchia. Okay. We need one more combo piece and a bit of mana, and we can probably get a combo kill past the turn. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Daniel. Hey, Seth, thanks for your content. The against odds gets me through the workday more than it should. Hey, I'm glad it's helpful, Juicebox. All right, opponent's got Brutal Cathar. All right, that's kind of brutal. A little brutal. Opponent gets and hits us. Well, play the Schwamp. I guess it's Gary time. Gary won. Drain you for 5. Go. Gary's so good. Maybe Gary's actually like a real card in Pioneer. I'm building mono green control with OG Pelucranos. If Pelucranos is rooted, it deals damage. It deals damage, then it deals damage. So if Pelucranos has Infect, it shrinks what it fights so we can kill bigger things. Ooh, I've never seen that synergy before. That's a really neat idea. Opponent. Gonna pass, gonna flip the Brutal Cathar. Oh, wait, no. Gonna play a Llanowar Elves. All right. All right, Nykthos. Well, we're super close. 5, 6, 7? Well, 1, 2. Underworld Dreams. Castle Lockwayne. I think we're getting them. I think next turn we get them. Draw a card. Demrat. Go. Opponent. Down to 10. And Mono Black Devotion looking good. It's looking good. Opponent. Oh no. Was Wishclaw for a land lethal? Alright, opponent got Grave Titan. Wishclaw for a land. Gray Merchant. Yeah, you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, because we would have had to give away the Wishclaw again, so we would have been one short, I think. Oh, I guess if we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we're one short. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we definitely win here. We got the Underworld, so we win in any number of ways, but we're going to win in the funnest way, which is Wishclaw Talisman. We're going to win by helping our opponent a little bit. Opponent. Yeah, let's let you draw half your deck, friend. Your go. Killing him with kindness. An opponent is dead. This deck still just keeps working. It still just somehow keeps working. Ooh, the Hero Precinct 1 Young Pyromancer deck looks sweet, Daniel. I do wonder if you need more creatures. I mean, I guess Obnixilis, you can always just cast it as a normal creature. That's a sweet idea, though. I think that something like this could be really good for Obnixilis, also really good for Maestro's Ascendancy. Maestro's Ascendancy in the right shell can be so powerful. How busted is Obnixilis? We haven't talked about Obnixilis much. I feel like this is, I don't know, could this be the next Oko? Could it be the next Oko? I mean, I don't think it can literally be the next Oko because it needs support and its abilities aren't as strong. But it feels like when you're getting two of these, it's kind of absurd, right? Mob Nixilis has to be like one of the best cards from this set. I feel like this has got a chance across formats, going back at least to Pioneer, probably to Modern even, maybe Legacy for all I know. I mean, we've seen some like zombie bombardment decks in Legacy before this could go into. I know, Second Eye Twitch, get two of these. Mana Dork, you can play it like turn 1 Llanowar Elves, turn 2 that, sack it, get two of them. How do you beat that? How do you beat two Planeswalkers on turn 2? Even if its abilities are not like super, super pushed, it still just seems so good. All right, we'll bring in all of our removal. Removal for days. Go down. Probably like in Underworld Dreams. Lithoform Blight. Maybe one more Underworld Dreams. And Tiamat. And a Warlock class? Let's try it like that. Yeah, the mono green devotion deck we had has the Terrask in it, and that deck looks so weird. It just looks so weird. Yeah, this is fine. We can kill stuff. I mean, the easiest way to deal with Winota, if you don't have a Grafdigger's Cage style sideboard card or Containment Priest, and this is important if you're an arena player, because Winota is, I will tell you right now, Winota is going to be the best deck in Explore. Like, it is going to be the best deck in the format when it comes out. I have very little doubt about that. I would be very surprised if it was not the number one deck. So, if you're an arena player, this matters. But if you are trying to beat Winota, what you need to do is, other than having sideboard like hosers like Grafdigger's Cage, you really just need to have instant speed removal. That is the biggest thing. If you can kill Winota before it gets its triggers, it makes it a lot easier to keep it in check. Oh, he did this in a really stupid way. All right. I was thinking I was going to play it tap, but it obviously makes more sense to run out Gifted Etherboard. If Mob Nixilis shows up in high numbers, I'm going to guess Spell Pierce returns to everyone's mono blue control main decks. Yeah, I might have to. You might have to just value the consistency. I made a Hidetsugu Consumes All deck with Story Weave. Actually pretty consistent at this point, winning about 50% in Platinum, always winning with the combo. Doesn't feel against the odds. Ooh. That sounds spicy. Story Weave. What? Let me look this card up again. Oh, the one that adds the counters. So wait, so the idea is you just rush through the levels and flip it and have Hidetsugu be a 5/5? That is pretty cute. I've actually never seen anyone actually pull off the combo, but I like the idea of it. Well, play the land, pass the turn, stay on defense. Captain Americas! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Ooh, with the necklace. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jeskai Winota. Is it time? Is it Winota time? I don't know if our opponent's going to go for it. Oh, all right, that's troubling. That's one of the things that makes the Winota deck really good, is they can win without Winota. Like, if you play enough Azeka's Chariots and Grave Titans, you can just win even without the Winota combo. Jeskai Winota, Yarion's Goldhound, First Strike Menace, sack it, add 1 mana of any color. Maybe I need to reevaluate this. Maybe I gotta give Wizards credit. They have started putting some really sweet lower rarity cards. We've gotten some really good commons lately. And this is another pretty interesting First Strike and Menace and sack head mana. That's a lot of text thrown onto this random common. That's a cool looking deck. I like it. I mean, Winota into Agent of Treachery is so brutal. Plus, you got Cloud Blazer. You could play maybe Winota Panharmonicon. I'm sure that it's probably not necessary, but it would be fun. This is not a great position. So I guess we're going to have to Noxious Grasp the Chariot. We can Noxious Grasp the Chariot, but then we're definitely left open to Winota coming down. Opponent. I'm glad we're done with New Warlord. Getting more good. Well, okay, so opponent has all the threats. This is bad. Now there's a Chariot and there's a Winota. This is the nightmare. Yeah, my code just still it's a lot better than it was, but you can probably hear it in my voice a little bit. It still just won't go away. Well, yeah. I mean, we gotta kill Winota. There's no choice. If we don't kill this, we lose. So we gotta kill Winota, and then I guess we just block the Chariot, and then what? Ugh. Draw Meat Hook Massacre and a land to go with it. Wow, opponent attacks with everything? Interesting. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll kill the Thalia. Take 1,000,000. Come on, Meat Hook Massacre. Come on, Meat Hook. Oh, Meat Hook would be so good. It would be so good. Kira Ashmore, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Oh, so we're at 11. That is not a Meat Hook Massacre. I mean, second Winota and we're definitely dead. All right, Sorin. Make a vampire. All right, no one noticed. Please pass the turn. Oh, I've been sick for like 2 weeks. Affinity to Squirtle. This is the feeling better. Oh, this is the feeling better version. Although it is, I guess we should have let him spin just so you could see it. But there's no way with this many Winota spins that we're gonna survive that. This is the feeling better version. I've had no, I don't really have allergies. It's been some sort of like bad cold, I guess. I took COVID test, so it's apparently not COVID, but it's been hanging around for, oh my goodness, it's almost been 2 weeks now, and I'm way better than I was, and it's also, I've noticed it gets worse through the day. Like when yeah, we should just let him spin it. You're right. Like, it gets worse through the day. Today we had Commander Clash and a lot of other stuff. So my voice, the congestion ends up, by the end of the day when I've been talking for like, I don't even know, 10 hours straight or something, it ends up getting worse. Yeah, this one, I feel much better physically. Like the first few days or week, I was actually like feeling pretty crappy. This week I actually haven't felt that bad, but just having a hard time getting rid of the last bit of congestion. It just keeps hanging on. The difference between Wild Canter and the other one is Canter you can sack right away. The fact that you got to tap and sack this new one, it does power it down. In some decks, at least. It probably doesn't matter much in like Winota, because you're using it like a random mana dork anyway, where you're gonna wait a turn. But in some decks, it really does matter, because you're just like playing your Canter and immediately sacking it just to up your storm count or whatever. Sounds like an upper respiratory infection. Maybe. It's gotten better, but it just hasn't gotten all the way better. Huh. It's gotta make sure it's better by next week, because next week we got the set release. We actually have early access event. We're gonna get to play the set early, so gotta be 100% for next week's streams. Can we change anything? Hopefully just being on the play will help. I mean, our opponent, that's a weird thing about the Winota deck. Sometimes they have no Winotas and it's fine. Other times they have multiple Winotas and it's so hard to beat. Especially like Winota, and Azeka's Chariot. Not happening. Not beating that ever. Yeah, this is intentionally a 61 card special. I had one more card I wanted to add, and I couldn't figure out what to cut, so I wanted the Scourge of the Skyclave. The original list didn't have Scourge of the Skyclave, and Scourge of the Skyclave is an easy combo with Warlock class. So that is the extra card. Wow, this is the greediest keep. So much greed. Okay. How do we punish our opponent for this greed? So we can take an elf and then kill an elf? Yeah, I mean, I think our goal is to keep him off mana. Take the elf, pass the turn. We could use a black source. That would be sweet. Oh, let me see Affinity. Welcome to the Fishbowl, by the way. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. As someone who works in the entertainment field, drinking apple juice or eating an apple can help your raspy voice before and during recording. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get some apple juice. I don't actually have apple juice at the moment, but that's actually a brilliant idea. Well, okay. Kill the Llanowar. Would have been super sweet if we had another black source, but play the Nykthos, pass the turn. Nesmith, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. No land. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Oh, opponent is rewarded for being the greediest. Oh, opponent. Oh, I can't believe the max greed paid off. Well, thought sees you. Oh, I really wanted to get our opponent. I really wanted them to be fully mana screwed. We will take Prosperous Innkeeper. Since our opponent can cast it, pass the turn. We do need another land. Selesnya Pioneer Auras. Ooh, that looks sweet, Squirtles. Favorite Hoplite's a pretty powerful one drop if you can target it a lot. Not hexproof, but still, it just gets so big so fast. I like it. And Light Pause is busted. Season of Growth's good. Haven't seen as much auras with Loris being gone, but I like the look of the list. Hope you're feeling better. I foiled out this really bad Storm deck. Feels like I'm playing a slot machine, assuming I don't die when I try to go off. Ooh. Hellstorm, eh? Mono Red Storm in Modern. I've seen Mono Red Storm in Legacy. I've never seen anyone crazy enough to try it in Modern. Invoke Calamity seems like a big addition. Wow, Inner Fire. We are going super deep with the rituals. I love it. Have you managed to win with it, Nasmith? Is it actually possible to win with? Could be a fun deck to try, just because it seems like when you go off, it should be so sweet. A quick reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. Need some magic cards? You can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Thank you. By the way, Seth, if you want to see the mono white version of the Aura deck, I can send it when I get home. I'm out right now. Been doing okay in tournament practice queues. Oh, opponent draws another land? And we do not? Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, yeah, we thought we were mana screwing our opponent, but the luck of the draw seems to have shifted things into our opponent's favor here with the land draws. Yeah, opponent had a really greedy keep and it ended up paying off. Well, play the Gifted Etherborn. Overtap for no good reason. Pass the turn. All right, opponent. Please don't keep drawing lands. About it adapts. I've won a single match. Oh my. Oh. Yeah, opponents definitely had the hot running this game. Oh, I can't believe this worked out for our opponent. I cannot. Vote it. Goblin. And passes. Sorin. Sorin the uncastable. Well, Warlock class. Go. Oh. All right. Well, sometimes there's not much you can do. This is one of those Magic Gods games where they've just kind of smiled on our Winota opponent and definitely frowned upon us. Oh, about it. Gonna go digging for a game-ending Winota, plays a land, and Winota off the top. Azeka's Chariot. That's also probably good enough for our opponent. Especially with us missing those land drops. The opponent passes. Wow. Where are our lands? I swear they exist. We have many of them in our deck. All right, more Gifted Ether boards. Yeah. But now our opponent also gets to flip this. So they're going to have a Kiki Jiki to start copying Voice of the Resurgence to make huge tokens. Not good. I like the contest schedule roughly on this level of how often we see them. Modern, Pioneer, Legacy, Standard, Explorer. I'm open to other formats like Pauper and Vintage, but we don't ever get those. So I use the ones you typically play. Yeah, that seems like a pretty reasonable schedule, Jonathan. I like it. Ace Mundale! Welcome to the Fishbowl for the 13th month. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. You miss using Nykthos to continue hitting land drops. Huh? I'm so confused. Missed using Nykthos to continue hitting land drops. How does Nykthos hit us land drops? Wow, Demonic Tutors. Thank you for the big raid. Thank you. You're here to watch us miss land drops and our opponent to run hot at the moment, but we're not dead yet. Only mostly dead. So this gives us 5 mana. Thank you so much for the raid, by the way. Thank you. I think the best game I've had with this Storm list was Change of Fortune, Inner Fire off of Hazard's Fury for draw 11 and 11. That does sound pretty sweet. Oh yeah, no, we got a Thalia that's taxing us too, so things are even worse than they look. How can we win? What is our pathway to maybe winning here? I feel like, so if our opponent untaps with this, it's so bad. But we're also just kind of dead, dying on board. We have 5 mana, but there's a Thalia. No, kill Thalia, play the Rider. So kill Thalia and then kill the Reflections, I guess, is maybe that's the best option. And then we drop to 8 and they have a Chariot. Does that leave us dead? If they tap swing. Oh, we got Meathook Massacre in our deck. Well, okay. This doesn't feel good, but I think this probably is the best we can do. Get rid of the Thalia to help free up our mana. I mean, we're doing anything we can to just try to stay alive at this point. We're just barely holding on. Yeah, if we don't kill the Reflections, they can just copy this Voice and make 10/10s every turn for 1 mana or something with the token. So we pretty much have to kill it. I mean, I guess if we can just hold on, maybe we can... Oh no, we definitely... I think we got to kill the reflections. I think we have to... I think we got to kill this and just hope that we stay alive. Both of these have lifelink, which helps, but... But yeah, we got to get rid of the reflections. That's one of the things about this Winota deck is it just has so many must-kill threats. Azeka's Chariot, Winota, Reflections of Kiki Jiki. There's just a lot of must-kill threats. Did you listen to King Gizzard's After Fishing for Fishes is right up your alley? Is that the most recent King Gizzard? I want to say yes. Did it come out a few months ago? I listened to a new King Gizzard album. I think that was the name of it. And it was really sweet. I need to listen to more King Gizzard. It's not a band I've listened to a ton, but pretty much everything that I've heard, I've really liked. Well, I found out there's a Jeffrey Lewis concert coming up soon, which I'm excited about. There's actually... Don't get too many really really good concerts around upstate New York. Not a concert hotspot, but there's actually a handful of sweet ones. Get to go see Jeffrey Lewis in a couple weeks, which I'm hyped about. It's been a while since I've seen Jeffrey Lewis. There's going to a Bright Eyes concert that my sister was supposed to go to for her birthday, like before the pandemic, but then the pandemic happened and it all got canceled. So that's coming up in like the beginning of June. And then I think Modest Mouse is coming this summer, which will be fun. Oh, Butterfly 3000. Yeah. That's one I've listened to most recently. I haven't listened to Fishing for Fishes, that I don't think. Maybe I've heard some scattered songs off of it, but I don't think I've listened through just like the whole album. How many sisters and brothers do you have? I have, oh my goodness. So there's, let's see, I have 3 sisters, 5 brothers, and there's me. So 9 altogether. I'm pretty, I don't know if I'm going to make it to paper pre-release or not. I'm still getting over this cold. So we'll see. Not 100% sure, but I'm definitely hyped for the new set releasing. Worst case, we will have fun with it online. We just cannot hit lands this draw, no matter what we do. Well, I mean, I think we're passing again. Pass the turn. Eventually we'll hit lands. They say that Mana Flood beats Mana Screw. Maybe, or Mana Screw beats Mana Flood. Maybe we'll find it. Reindeer Man, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. So opponent just passes. Seamstress, welcome you to the Fishbowl as well. Thank you for the 32nd month and for the kind words. Thank you. Okay. Thoughtseize. All right, we got to start playing things. We can't just keep doing nothing forever. Make mana. Thoughtseize you. If our opponent top decks and they top deck, it's just 2 lands. Play Sorin. Tick it down for a vampire. All right, no Winota off the top. I feel a Winota coming off the top. Don't do it. Don't do it. Opponent, Temple Garden, tapped. I mean, if we untap, there's hope. Our opponent's not being aggressive with this Azeka's Chariot, like at all. Gifted Etherborn. Well, take up that Sorin. The mana symbols are adding up. Oh my god. Ooh. Okay, we still are on 3 lands in our top 19 cards. 3 in our top 19. That's ridiculous. I don't even know if we want to spend to draw this. No. Nykthos. 7 mana. Warlock class. Activate it. Finally find a land. Play the land. Gifted Etherborn. Oh, Murderous Rider. Combat. Hit you, gain some life. How are we in this game? How are we even in this at all? Gifted Etherborn Tron. Keep it as alive. Opponent. Down to 13. No Winotas. No Winotas. Anything but Winota. Opponent. Did they draw it? We're actually somehow, some way. Okay, Thalia, that's fine. That's not Winota. That's not Winota. That's fine. Opponent Thalia's, we will accept it. I think we're going to end up winning this. I'm actually feeling kind of confident now. Somehow, opponent passes. We're like a Gary away. If we can find a Gary, Castle Lockwayne, here comes the lands. Well, take up that Sorin. Looking for the Gary. Can we find the Gary? No, Castle Lockwayne. But we get that one for free. Play it. Well, add some mana. You know what? Let's level this up. Let's go all the way. Warlock class. Underworld Dreams. Go to combat. Hit ya with a flyer. Oh. I was not taking this Thalia into account. So we've kind of left ourselves... Oh, maybe dead to a Winota. For some reason, I was thinking that... Yeah, I didn't take into account that Thalia. That might have been a bit of a mistake there. Opponent down to 10. Well, we'll see. Do they top deck Winota? If they do, then that definitely is a punt. About it. Down to 9. I mean, I guess it's a punt either way, but it's an impactful punt if they draw Winota and we lose. Otherwise, I think we just win next turn. I think that our opponent... I don't know. I mean, I guess the Gifted Etherborns are good blockers, but I feel like they could have been more aggressive. Like, our opponent, we played like a Gifted Etherborn, our opponent had like 8 power, and our opponent just never attacked us. They didn't even really attempt to get through our wall of Gifted Etherborns. That's not a Winota. That's not a Winota. We're not dead yet. At the beginning of your end step. Oh, can we get the combo for the win? Can we get the combo kill? Tomb? Okay. Well, take up Sorin. What do we find? Nykthos. Well, we'll take it. We will play Castle Lockwayne. Nykthos. Kill Thalia. Gain a bit of life. Level up. Warlock class number 2. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. Yeah, the Wall of Death Touch lifelink is working. I mean, we gotta leave up Murderous Rider here. Okay. Wait, does this work? So we hit our opponent for 2, which hits our opponent for 4? 2, 2, and 4? We're 1. I think this works. If this works the way I think, opponent takes 2, and then they'll take 2 from the first Warlock class, and then 4 from the second Warlock class, and then 1 from the Underworld Dreams? I think. Oh, there's... Oh, we could have stacked those properly. Wow. Is Warlock class... Wow. That's even easier than I thought. How do we win that? How are we 3-0? I mean, our opponent flooded out. I guess Mana Screw does beat Mana Flood. Psychologist for the 67th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Wait, so what happened there? How do we get so much damage? At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. So we hit our opponent for 2. Okay. So what we are missing is... Actually, I don't even know. Oh, we killed a creature. I see. So we killed a creature. So we got a damage from each of the other warlock classes. And then the warlock classes doubled each other, essentially. Yeah, I was missing the first level. So we got the first level, and then the first warlock class triggers, and and the second one triggers based off the first one also dealing damage. So we had way more damage than I expected, like by a ton. Wow, this deck is we're 3-0. The bear's eating. The treasure chests have arrived. All right, hang on. I'm gonna see if I can. All right, we're back. So chat, what is the best way to get all the way over a cold? Any advice? Because I really want my voice to be back for. I mean, I want it to be back now, but I want it to be all the way back for early access day next week. Checking out the new standard cards. I really don't want to. I really don't want to sound all weird. Legacy draw and win. Oh, Mutani's Presence. Mutani's Presence, such a unique card. Mutani's Presence, whenever a spell you play is countered, draw that card. So if you can counter your own cards, maybe with a Chalice of the Void, you can draw through your entire deck. So this deck has 2 lands, 2 Stomping Grounds. You're hoping to mulligan into Mutani's Presence and Chalice of the Void. Play them both. You make mana with your Elvish Spirit Guide stuff, and then you just cast 0 mana plays, counter them all, draw your entire deck, eventually win with a Thassa's Oracle. That is a sweet idea. Fluids are good. I've been trying to do fluids. Honey, I haven't done. Don't talking is tough. The talking is like what I do all the time. Yeah, Warlock class is sweet. Better than I realized. Don't talking is a tough one. Can we get a 5-0? Maybe we can get a 5-0. Opponent. All right, let's play first. Oh, Gifted Aetherborn Tron. I'm actually tempted to keep this. Just because we saw that last game, Gifted Aetherborn is so good in some matchups. It is like straight up, just like a stonewall against some decks. But it doesn't do any good if we can't cast it, so we're going to mulligan. Well, okay. 2 lands. 2 lands is an improvement. This hand's fine, I guess. So we got two Thoughtseizes and a Gifted Aetherborn. Well, all right. Thoughtseize you. Boom. What do you... Oh, opponent has 2 Thoughtseizes. Well, we'll take the Chandra. Go. I actually did have a pharmacist at a pharmacy I worked at during college recommend honey and whiskey when I was fighting off a cough. I've heard, I think, like from my grandmother or something, saying that like when she was a kid, they would give babies like whiskey, rub it on their gums or something. So I think there probably is some medicinal value to whiskey. I'm not much of a drinker, but I guess maybe, I mean, I don't not drink like a drop of alcohol will never tight my lips or something. They just top deck that. So it's not like I wouldn't drink if I thought it was going to cure my cold, I would definitely drink for that purpose. But I'm not someone who just drinks in general. But for health, I could get behind it. About it. Passes. These Meathook Massacres not looking great. Nor is our land situation. Opponent's got some scary cards. This Rakdos deck, this is like the Junda Pioneer. It just plays like the best threats, Chandras, just plays the Croxas, and just whatever good mid-rangey stuff and all the good removal and trust that it works out. And a lot of times it does because it's... No. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. If you're going to make a couple of 1/1s, we can accept that, especially with these Meathooks in hand, which someday we might draw lands for. Okay, there's a land. We're doing it. We're doing it the hard way. Opponent. I mean, I think there's probably some medicinal uses to whiskey. Opponent hits us down to 12. Thought seizes away a Meathook Massacre. Sure. Well, I think we're going to have to meatball away these tokens. Blood Tithe Harvest. Okay, land. Land, please. Land? Okay, that works. Castle Lockwain, Miug Massacre. Sweep the board. Gain back some life. All right, all right. Back up to 15. And we got a Castle Lockwain now. Opponent taps. And I don't have anything against drinking in general. I just don't really enjoy it. I've never really enjoyed, I don't know. I've just never enjoyed actually drinking alcohol that much. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? How are you? Opponent gets back a Chandra. Oh, that card getting back Planeswalkers is so good. Tigmuna, such a strong card. If I do drink something, it's usually like wine. I think wine is out of all the alcohol, it's what I enjoy drinking the most if I'm gonna drink. Did I curse on stream once? Have I cursed on stream? I definitely cursed in a YouTube video once, like a long time ago. There was something like glitched up on Moto, and under my breath, I said the F word without really thinking about it, and people definitely noticed it. Definitely noticed it in the YouTube video. Warlock class. Would really love to find Nykthos. That would be the best, I think. A way to kill this Chandra eventually would also be good. Oh, Gray Merchant, eh? Gray Merchant Urborg. Uh-oh, microphone down. Gray Merchant Urborg. You'd clip me swearing? I mean, I'm sure it could happen. I'm sure it could happen eventually. The thing is, I don't really curse much in my day-to-day life either. So it's not like I go, my belief is act the way you want to act on stream or in public and in private. And that's the way to do it. So yeah, I just don't really curse much in my day-to-day life outside of content. So it's almost weird for me to curse during content. If you're ever going to kiss me during content, almost, I don't know if you saw, I posted on Twitter. I was doing this super cringy video intro for Hammer Time where it was swinging a hammer. I don't think I have the hammer here anymore. Oh, I do. I was doing this very, very cringy Hammer Time intro that you may have seen, and I was swinging the hammer, and I accidentally, as I was doing it, like slammed it right down full force on my mouse, and almost very close to swearing on that one. Am I not allowed to curse? Oh, no, I'm not allowed to curse, but we do try to keep it family friendly. We have people who watch with like their kids, and I think it's nice. There's definitely been people that have mentioned like it's nice that I can listen to your podcast or watch your stream with my kids around or whatever. So it's not like some hard rule. And occasionally you'll hear, especially during Commander Clash or if we have Tomer on the podcast, you'll hear some like, you know, lower grade curse words every once in a while slip out. But in general, we try to stay like PG-13-ish. Did we play a land this turn? We did not. I'll take Urborg. Play Temerat, pass the turn. Still got to get through this Chandra somehow. Opponent. Yeah, Gary doesn't beat the Chandra ultimate, I don't think. I mean, we can tutor up something at any time. Oh, Fable the Mirror Breaker. The card's so good. It is so good. I'm going to bet the first time Seth curse on stream, it's Bear jump scares him somehow. Oh, I don't know. Do you remember me ever cursing on stream? Probably. I don't know. I can't remember a time when I've cursed on stream. Doesn't mean that it didn't happen and I don't remember it, but All right, his opponent has removal, blah, 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 doing all their annoying things. Passes. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. We need something good. Well, I mean, that does kill Chandra. Or we could be greedy and kill the Goblin. Kill the Goblin, draw a card with Castle Lockwade. Now we're back to having multiple things we gotta kill. Yeah, I bet Phil could. Oh, the time I got lectured by my mom was after I did a video with Vince. And Vince, you know Vince is always cursing about something. And apparently my mom watched the video and she called me the next day and was like, "You better not start. I think that Vince is a bad influence on you. I think he's a bad influence. You better not start." He was talking like he does something at like 7 in the morning too, like first thing in the morning. Yeah, if Chandra ultimates, it's pretty bad for us. It's very bad for us. Oh, but I want to draw a card. All right. No, kill the Chandra. Pass the turn. Opponents. There was a time where I actually used to swear a lot more. How's the deck looking? I mean, we're 3-0. And it's won in some funny ways, so I would say pretty good. I would say pretty good overall. Opponent gets in, makes treasure. Yup. And blood token discards Crocs. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. For some reason, I feel like I never beat this Rakdos deck, and I don't know why, because it's just like a Jun pile, but every time I play against it, I feel like I lose to it. Gifted Etherboard. Yeah, we just don't have the time. We're like literally right now this second dying. So we don't have the time to really do anything sweet. Yeah, I mean, Wishclaw is pretty bad when you're drawing up an answer. The problem with Wishclaw is, like, so we use Wishclaw, we get a way to, like, kill this Croxa, then our opponent gets to tutor, and our opponent just recasts the Croxa anyway. So it doesn't actually do much. I actually don't think it really does anything. To the point where I don't even... Does any of this even matter? And our opponent gets to tutor, remember that. So I guess we can, like, take Murderous Rider. I think we need to have Nykthos going to keep up. I think that's where it's at. We really gotta have Nykthos. Hey, so did you see what was going on with the Moto economy 2 weeks ago? A ton of spikes. I bought my Bone Crushers for 1 ticks each 2 years ago. Sold them at a peak for $30. I think they've dropped back down to 18. Still better return than my Roth IRA. Yeah, Pioneer got a huge bump. Huge bump. Come on now. Well, I mean, sure. This doesn't even do anything. Why not? Yeah. I mean, it just comes back again anyway. We gain a life. But the Croxa just returns. Yeah, there was a huge spike with Pioneer because of all the organized play stuff. All of a sudden, everyone is playing Pioneer because there's actual pro tours and so forth, which is pretty sweet. The amount of people playing Pioneer Leagues, it's increased so much. There's a time, I believe, when there was under 200 people in Pioneer Leagues, and it's been growing day by day, but it's close to 1,000 now. So we have almost 5 times as many people playing, which is pretty awesome because the format's just so much fun. All right, down to 1. I mean, is there a miracle draw in our deck? Wishclaw Talisman, that's not going to do it. Is Wishclaw Talisman a good card? It is good at exactly finding you a card that wins you the game. Like, it's a good card in the sense that if you can tutor up, we have Underworld Dreams, we tutor up and cast Peer into the Abyss, then it's actually a pretty good card because our opponent isn't going to get to activate it because because we are just immediately winning the game. It is not a good card like you saw it in that game. If you just have to tutor and then you give it back to your opponent, then it's a pretty bad card. Like a very, very bad card. Icy Doc, and also, I have no dad. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I follow a lot of big streamers and of all kind of niches, but you are by far my favorite. Oh, well, Lesendemic, thank you so much for the kind words. I wish my voice made it clear. How much I appreciate it. Oh no, my voice, I'm losing it. I might have to just do one league tonight rather than jumping into a second one, just for the sake of my voice. I gotta make sure it's good to go for next week for Streets of New Capenna. So what do you think the first deck we should play? What's at the top of your list? Lich's Master Rayquaza combo, very, very high on my list for decks to build. I have a pretty my list is in progress, but it's happening. I'm super hyped for it. I don't think Cabal Stronghold really works. The problem with Cabal Stronghold is it only works with basic swamps. So that means like our Nykthoses, our Castle Lockwains don't actually work with it, and Urborg is no way around it. So unless you're willing to play just Cabal Stronghold and basic swamps, maybe like one single copy of another non-basic, it's really, really tough to take advantage of it. So I don't think we are in a position to really take advantage of it with this deck, unfortunately. It is sweet when it works though. Yeah, maybe Meat Hook's not good enough. Maybe we go one Meat Hook. Duress seems helpful. Yeah, let's try it like that. Good enough. Yeah, I think that combo actually has potential. That one's at the top of my list. Bantlier seems really good with the Endless Detour. Endless Detour seems so perfect for a Leer deck. Well, we're going to keep this. If we hit our lands, I kind of like this hand. Especially, Boxing Ring and Obliterator sounds hilarious. Ay. Fatal Push, Graveyard Trespasser, Kalitas. Well, we don't care about we don't care about this. Trespasser's annoying. Kalitas is annoying. Fable the Mirror Breaker, also annoying. Which is most annoying? That's the real question. I don't really like bringing in... Oh, is there a Command Fest announcement? I don't really like bringing in Leyline against decks that just have Crocs in the graveyard. Actually, I didn't. I mean, I knew that it was going to get announced at some point. Hey. Oh, well, I mean, I guess it's announced now, so we can talk about it. But yeah, Command Fests are coming back, and I'm going. Also, Krim is going. June 3rd through 5th in Richmond. So if we want to hang out and play some Commander, it should be pretty fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while since I've been to a Magic event, so I'm hyped. This is the first event since all the pandemic stuff that I'm going to. So if you want to jam some Commander and you want to autograph or just to hang out, definitely planning on having a good time down at Richmond. I've never been to Richmond, actually. Oh, hometown, that's sweet. I'm trying to get Tomer to come. I don't know if Tomer's going to go or not, but I'm hoping I talk Tomer into it. So maybe we'll have most of the Commander Clash crew there. I asked Phil about it. I don't think Phil can make it. Phil's got the long journey. Phil's from Germany, so it is quite the haul to Richmond. And Richard, I don't think he's gonna make it just because of baby stuff. Not the best timing for Richard to get out, but you never know. But yeah, if you're in the Richmond area, definitely come hang out. Should be fun. I know, it's what I do. All I do is talk, and my voice is getting worse by the hour. I don't know if you can hear how much worse it's gotten since the since the start of the stream, but it is definitely getting worse. We're gonna take Nykthos. Play Nykthos. Play Wishclaw. Play Thoughtseize. Take Kalitas. Go. All right, opponent. Tutor up your best card. Go for it. It's about a month from now. It's June 5th, 3rd through 5th. Oh, I know. I've been sick for a while. And this is the better voice. Thursday's tough because it's just it's a long day. I do like gameplay recording in the morning, and then we do Commander Clash in the afternoon, and then stream at night. So it just catches up with me when I get a cold. Like the stream gets the worst of it because I've been talking for like 10 hours or something. So yeah, but definitely come to Command Fest. And also this Command Fest, I don't know if they probably mentioned it on the site, but the Command Fest is happening on pre-release weekend for Commander Legends. So it's also, if you want a pre-release, we can do some pre-release events, which should be really fun. So I'm really hyped about that. Not only is this the first Command Fest back, I believe, but it's pre-release weekend, so we get to check out all the new Commander Legends stuff. Along with all the other pre-release stuff. So super hyped about that. Hey Seth, how have you been? Long time no see. Been watching videos on the main channel. So question, would you do an Elf Ball deck for Legacy? Ooh, we've never played Elf Ball in Legacy. I am totally down for Legacy Elves. That could be a fun one. We should do some more Legacy. It'll probably be a little bit because we're gonna get all the new cards from New Capenna. But once we get through that, I'm down for some Legacy Elves. Opponent's at 18. 5-6. Huh. Wow, opponent just scooped it up? Okay. Sure. Scoop the match. That means we're 4-0. Our opponent scooped the match. Arch Burglar Lord, welcome to the Fishbowl. We're 4-0. The treasure chests are going to be eaten. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Opponent must have had something come up because they were not in a position where they were about to lose, and they were even up a game. So that was a freebie. I guess that's the one way I can beat Rakdos is by the opponent randomly needing to leave. Okay, one more. Can we get the 5-0 and open some treasure chests on our first stream back? Will our voice make it? Will the voice make it to the end? Yeah, Pioneer prices are crazy. Also, Pioneer on Moto. Oh, those prices went up a ton. Like a kind of a disappointing amount. Like you can still get some cheaper decks, and it's definitely still not to anywhere near the modern prices. But because of people being interested in organized play, the prices of so many Pioneer decks, like rather than being in the $100-$200 range, a lot of them have jumped up in the like $400 range. So yeah, that part's a little bit disappointing. I think honestly, that Pioneer's in a pretty good spot. And I think that Pioneer is positioned to succeed long term. Yeah, the mono red one's hilarious. Mono red, you're used to it. I'm used to it being like a budget option that people play because of budget. It's actually like the most expensive tier deck, and it's all because of Den of the Bugbear. Den of the Bugbear on Moto was 60. It was even higher. It was 75, but it's $60 a copy. There's this weird thing happened. Here's what happened on Magic Online. Essentially, they made Arena, and a lot of people who play Limited switched over to Arena, and the way that cards primarily enter the system on Magic Online is through drafts. So now, not many people are drafting, but people are still playing Pioneer. They're still playing Legacy. So when you have a set like Adventures in the Forgotten Realm that isn't super popular, and then a card breaks out and becomes a 4-of in Pioneer, Modern, and Legacy, you end up with these really high prices where Den of the Bugbear, $60, Hall of the Storm Dragon, $55, Hive of the Eye Tyrant, $24. Just these insane over-the-top prices. So that's essentially what happens. Yeah, I think Eidolon is a playset. Those are playset prices. Eidolon is, yeah, 50. So all 4 copies is 52. So it's like, what, 10, 12, 13? $13 a piece? So yeah, and then Chandra's actually pretty expensive since it's become a 4 of. On the other side, I think, and I know there's mixed feelings about financial stuff, but I think there's actually potential to pay for your Moto account just by like buying cards you think are going to show up in Pioneer Modern right after they release. Like look at Den of the Bugbear. Look at Den of the Bugbear right after release. Den of the Bugbear was super cheap. Like literally 40 cents. 40 cents when the set first came out, and now it's $60. That is an insane amount. And this is on Magic Online, so there's no like shipping. You don't got to worry about a buy list. Like with a click of a button, you can buy and sell cards. So I think that that's one of the easier ways to actually just fund your Moto account is buy a playset of stuff like Den of the Bugbear when it's cheap. We'll keep this. Hopefully we're up against the creature deck. Can we get the 5-0? Can we get the 5-0? Opponent, Elvish Mystic. We are a creature up against a creature deck. Land and Thought Seize You. I apologize for my voice. Wow, is our opponent's hand triple Nykthos? All right, yeah. Opponent was really counting on that Wolfillow Haven. Triple Nykthos. Triple Nykthos. That is so greedy. Loses all land types and abilities. Wait, what happens if we put this on? Combos is in game ending combos, yeah. Underworld Dreams and Peer into the Abyss, and also Warlock class and Scourge of the Skyclave. What happens if so if we Lithoform Blight this, it loses all land types and abilities. So it still should be legendary, right? Well, no, that's my only concern. Like, if we play it on Nykthos, do we allow our opponent to play a second Nykthos and have both on the battlefield? We don't, right? It's still going to legend rule. It's got to. It's still legendary? Okay. Play it on the forest. Does that make sense? If we play it on the forest, what does that really do? Make our opponent spend a life to activate? I mean, we're playing it on something. I mean, probably just Nykthos. Opponent's probably going to legend rule anyway, but all right, there's a swamp. Well, non-lands would be good. We would like non-lands. Firetrod, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for you. Thank you. Opponent's asking the same question. Can I play another Nykthos now? Wait, is that a punt? Is that a punt? Does that mean I can play another Nykthos? Yeah, I guess land. What is legendary? A super type? Someday I gotta read the rule book. When are you gonna play Legacy or Pauper on stream? Someday maybe. So we don't play too much on. Well, we haven't played too much Legacy on stream. Pauper could happen someday. Oh, they take out Llanowar Elves. This Miuk Massacre is gonna be pretty good. Pretty good. I think you know the rules better than I do, Chad, honestly, when it comes to that stuff. Actually, question, have you ever read the rule book? Is that a thing Magic players do? Do people just sit down and like read the comprehensive rules? Is that a real thing? No, Warlock class isn't bad. But for now, we're going to put an end to these elves. All right, kill the elves. I've never read the rule book. I feel like I probably should. Maybe that would be a good video series. Maybe we'll just read the rule book. Just sit down, read a chapter a day, go over the rules one by one, become wiser Magic players. Doesn't sound that bad. Well, Warlock class, tick it up, look for non-lands. Sweet mother. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How is this possible? Okay. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of. Whew. 10 out of 14. Oh, once the voice is better, I promise. It's gonna get better. I'm gonna drink honey and apple juice and do all the other things y'all said. Honey, apple juice. Those are the two main ones I remember. Oh, all right. Carnot draws a good card. It's a card. This is an insane amount of lands. Opponent gets a land. Well, we will play Underworld Dreams. Play a swamp. Pass the turn. Opponent gets pinged. I am not feeling good about where we're at now. Opponent down to 15. Oh, that card's brutal. Whiskey helps not care about being sick. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a solution. If you drink enough whiskey, then you just don't care. Yeah, there's rules in the book. Opponent card takes it down. Honey, apple juice, and dingleberries. Azeka's Chariot. Okay. Darksteel Citadel plays the Chariot. Opponent passes. Oh my god, even more lands. So we can level up Warlock class. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, we're so close. I mean, I guess we just go for it. How much mana can we make? 6. All right, Nykthos number 2. Activate it. Warlock class. I mean, this is a lot. Gray Merchant. Achia. Down to 2. Underworld Dreams. Down to 1. All we gotta do is our opponent draw a card. All we gotta do is have him draw a card and we got him. How do we keep winning? How does this keep happening? Opponent. Is this the worst voice ever to 5-0? Have you ever talked to Jimmy and Josh about going on game nights? Wow, not in forever. I think like I don't know, like 2016 or like some very long time ago. I think we talked about it briefly, but not in a very long time. Have you or Tom ever thought about doing a Dungeons and Dragons commander deck from the current D&D and new D&D set coming out? Ooh, that's an actual cool idea. I like it. Yeah, our flooding kind of paid off in its own weird way. Opponent levels up Azeka's Chariot. I mean, they have to kill the Underworld Dreams, right? That's the only thing that really matters. Opponent. We will kill a cat. We will gain a life. Oh, I'm so stupid. We could have just blocked with Gray Merchant and the opponent would have died to Meowth Massacre. Well, it doesn't really, I don't think it really matters at this point, but you're right. We should have actually tried to trigger that for lethal. Feels how weird cheap shocks are compared to pathways. Yeah, I mean, I think that's partly because shocks have gotten reprinted so much, and opponent scoops it up, and we are 1 win away. We are 1 win away from winning every single match and going 5-0 with one of the jankier, weirder combo eater versions of a Monoplex Devotion we've ever seen. I am surprised. I remember people when we started playing, people were saying that this deck looking really janky, and I agreed with him. But it's, for some reason, it's kind of actually pretty competitive. Mono Green Devotion is a frightening matchup. I think we want our discard. I think we want the go blanks. We definitely want the Noxious Grass. Go down Temorat. The combos actually seem pretty helpful, though. The ability to win by surprise out of nowhere seems to actually have a lot of value compared to normal mono green or mono black devotion, where you just got to kind of grind and grind and grind. Why the Urborg? It's a free roll, essentially. There's no real punishment in Pioneer. Plus, it can let our Nykthos just tap for normal black mana. So there's like a tiny bit of upside and no downside. As a one of. If you play more than one, then there's a downside because you start legend rolling yourself. But as a one of in specific, in Pioneer, no downside, tiny bit of upside, so you might as well play one. We can go down to Meat Hook Massacre. I don't think this deck counts as janky. Well, I think the part that's janky, to me, is the fact that like, Gray Merchant's obviously good, so it's not that the archetype of Mono Black Devotion is super janky, but what makes it come across a little bit janky to me is the Peering to the Abyss Underworld Dreams combo. That's a pretty, like, against odds combo. Wishclaw Talismans to find the combo pieces. That's a pretty janky card. And then Warlock class Scourge to the Skyclave combo. So we actually have a lot of slots of our deck dedicated to very not traditional cards for Mono Black Devotion. It's not like we're just playing the best black mana symbol cards in the format. We got some oddballs in there. Oh, how do we fit this stuff in our deck? All right, let's try it like that. One more. I mean, Wishclaw getting our combo pieces is kind of nice. We could trim one. Oh, we're keeping it. We're going to hit land number 2. And we got the Nykthos, and we got the Meatball opponent. Elvish Mystic. Well, okay, that's not land number 2, but Elvish Mystic down. Go. Oh, we just need the Black Source. The Black Source for the Gifted Aetherborn, and we're off to the races. Opponent, Sylvan Caryatid. Oh, okay. Betrayed by the magic gods. A Book of Vile Darkness could be okay. I don't think it would be. I mean, I like the triple black mana symbols. I think that offers value for sure. About it. Wow, you really got to draw land. Really. Or we're gonna be in a heap of trouble. Looking at some of the prices of random rares and mythics from recent standard sets on Moto, really does feel like no one has been drafting standard on Moto. Yeah, that is a thing. That is a thing, and that is a kind of an issue price-wise. Oh, no. Well, our odds of winning are dropping severely. That's okay. Our deck's overcome some really awkward running so far, so maybe it can do it again. This is where Urborg would be so good. Like, if we had Urborg instead of Swamp, then we'd be casting Gifted Aetherborns, we'd still have the Nykthos. I mean, on the draw, I would keep this hand 10 times out of 10. I wouldn't even really think about it. I would do it every time. Opponent's going off, though. Opponent. There are a lot of Nykthoses in Pioneer now. Wait, is Nykthos? Nykthos isn't on Arena, is it? I don't think that the new format is actually going to look very much like... Oh, it's going to be weird. There's going to be a lot of really popular Pioneer decks that are just not going to exist. But then there's also going to... Oh, Jesus. There's gonna be that was pretty good. Unseen Spec, good for our opponent. Unseen Spectre, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. The problem is the cost of drafting on Moto is actually like not very high. That's kind of the thing. People If you actually look at the EV of playing limited, like if you win 50% of the time, sealed is actually plus EV, and then like draft you're losing $2 on average, and if you can win, I don't know, where does it actually break even in draft? If you can win, I guess 59% of the time, you're actually like coming out ahead in some of the limited events. So it's actually not that expensive. I think the issue is people just like arena. And a lot of there's still like hardcore grindery people that still draft on Moto, but a lot of the more casual people have just switched over because where it is cheaper, not everyone's going to go through those calculations, and it's still $10 up front or $10 worth of play points up front to get into the event. So that's where it becomes a problem. If you can actually explain it to someone and it's like, hey, you spend this much on arena and this is how much you get back in prizes, the price is actually, I believe, cheaper on Magic Online, but it's just not obvious to everyone, and not everyone has the upfront money, and not everyone wins 50% of the time. So I don't think the cost going down, unless it went way down, would actually get a ton more people drafting on Magic Online. Unseen Spectre and Visit, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I would keep the hand again. I think the hand on the draw, 2 lands and a bunch of stuff to do with it, I think that's a pretty good hand. I don't think, I don't know. I think if we got that same hand this game, I would keep it. Cry the Carnarium, could that be worth it? Maybe we just keep the Meat Hook. At least Meat Hook scales. Maybe go down one more Underworld Dreams. Actually, let's go down one Wish Claw. All right, let's run it like that. All right, we're on the play. Can we close it out with the 5-0? Can we close it out with the 5-0? We need to win this one game. We got treasure chests either way, but how many? If we had the Urborg, I don't think we can keep this. This is on the play. This is another, like, we gotta draw a swap. This hand could go off if we draw a swamp. The big difference here is play draw. Punishment. If we draw a swamp, this hand's pretty good. Gifted Etherborn, Underworld Dreams Gary. Come on, Magic Gods. Now what? 5 is not a big number. Mr. Fickles, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Is there any way? Opponents already kept 7. Is there any way we actually win if we go to 5? I mean, the problem with this hand is we're just going to double Thoughtseize, and then we need to draw 3 lands to do anything. Well, this is a... Well, okay. At least we have a Castle Lock, Wayne. If we can actually get to it. This hand's also not... Do we put Underworld Dreams to the bottom? I mean, we found our lands. That's something. We don't have many cards to go with them. I mean, we can't go to 4. We got to keep this one. The only thing I like about Scourge is it is one of our combo pieces. The bad news is we're not going to be able to cast it for a very long time. The other option is just put a land to the bottom. Like put this to the bottom. Yeah, we're already at 5. We're just trying to figure out what to put at the bottom. Yeah. I think that's probably the best bet. Trust that we're going to draw land in the next few turns. Kazalogwayne, go. I mean, Scourge of the Skyclave can make our opponent lose life, which could turn on the Underworld Dreams. Well, we drew the land. All right, we'll see. Swamp, go. We're going to need a miracle. Opponent. Land. And Wolfwillow Haven. So opponent's off to a nice, fast, rampy start. We draw land. Well, play the land. Underworld Dreams, go. Opponent's got a lot of mana, though. So much mana. Opponent had a really good start. Oh, what a depressing way to lose in the very last round going for the 5-0. We can't run out. Oh, and they have the Kiora, too. What a hand for our opponent. I mean, opponent's just got the mono green Nutter Butters over there. Even better, Old Growth Troll draws a card. And 5-0 Dream dying to the Magic gods. Oh, Magic's such a funny game. Opponent, Sylvan Caryatid. We draw even more lands. Well, Nixos. Go. Opponent. The problem with the double Thoughtseize hand is it only had one land. So we double Thoughtseize and then we needed to draw 3 lands before we could cast a spell. So I don't think that actually is likely to get us there. Opponent. Looks like a Storm the Festival. Yeah, good thing we put the land away because we were drawing all of them. Oh, wow. Well, our opponent had a really good hand anyway, but a little disappointing because we lost last game too was we just never drew a land, so we couldn't cast anything with a good hand. In this game, the Mold of 5, especially sad when you're in your last match going for a 5-0. Opponent. How can we possibly get back into this game? Is there any possibilities? I mean, it's gonna have to be a combo. I think that's the only like super slight chance is maybe we can just combo somehow. Opponent. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you draw enough Garys, we'll see what they hit off the Storm the Festival, how bad it is. Our opponent is slowly losing life as they draw cards to this Underworld Dreams. Four Garys would do it. Gary Tron even. Just 3. We'll take 3. 3 Garys in a row. Opponent could accidentally scoop. I mean, I guess that's also true that our last match, we kind of got lucky that our Rakdos opponent, I don't know, apparently had a previous engagement and just had to leave when they were up a game. Swing for 0 for the 50 Karn and a Wolfwillow Haven. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, Karn. Tutoring from the sideboard. What a start for our opponent. I mean, this is turn 4. This is turn 4 and our opponent's just going all the way off. Opponent. We still don't even have that much mana, do we? Hopefully our opponent skips it up. Ratchet Bomb. Sure. It's in. It's us. Sure, down to 15. Ratchet Bomb. I mean, we got to draw with Castle Lockwain. We don't have a chance either way. Not like this. Another land. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it actually gives us a shot if we could get to it somehow. Oh. Hilariously, that's the combo, but how do we get to it? I mean, Scourge is only a 3/3, a 4/4 because of our opponent's stuff. All right, Nykthos, because it cares about our opponent's life total. Warlock class. Go digging. Okay. Gifted Etherborn. Play it. We're not giving up. We're not giving up yet. Things are looking super grim. They are super grim. But we're not giving up yet. Gifted Etherborn. Swamp. Go. All right. Opponent untaps with a handful of planeswalkers. Gets pinged down to 16. This would be the most incredible win. When does Streets of New Capenna go live on Moto? Goes live on Moto and on Arena. I think we got a double Nykthos next turn, most likely. Goes live on Moto and Arena on Thursday. Although there's a early access day on Tuesday. So if you have any decks, I gotta mention that again. If you've got any sweet standard decks, definitely send them to me. Because it would be super sweet to have whatever cool decks you have to play on Tuesday. Check out a whole bunch of new standard stuff. Oh, we're actually for how bad this went, we're kind of in this. Ratchet Bomb is a concern. As is whatever our opponent can tutor with their Karn, which is probably really bad for us. Oh, Sky Sovereign. That's really bad for us. So I get to kill the Gifted Etherborn. Yeah, looking like it might just be too little too late. Opponent gets in for $1 million. Oh. And we might be able to try one of your Artisan decks, Rooker. Could be fun to try it out, see how it works. Excited for Explorer on Arena? Sort of. I'm definitely excited for the future of Pioneer coming to Arena. That's really exciting. Artisan itself, I'm excited for having another format on Arena just for more options. And I think I would probably consider it over Historic. But I think like half Pioneer is it might be something that's appealing compared to Historic, but it's not super appealing to me compared to actual Pioneer. So we'll have to wait and see. But I do think it's pretty sweet that it is another format that doesn't have digital only cards. So I think that's a huge upside. But when the choice is between playing Pioneer on Moto and playing Explorer on Arena, for the time being, I would probably just choose actual Pioneer over half Pioneer. But if the choice is, opponent knows what's up. If the choice is Lithoform Blight, if the choice is playing Historic or playing Explorer, then it becomes a little more interesting. We were so close. Oh my god, we were so even after all this, we were so incredibly close. Oh, the magic gods really, really stuck it to us. Actually, if we had if we still had our Gifted Etherborn, even like with how bad this went on the Molda 5 and how good our opponent's start was, if we just had a couple more black mana symbols, we'd be winning here. Like we could Wishclaw up the pier and just win. But it's not gonna work. Yeah, we're dead to the Sky Sovereign is the problem. Karn turns on Sky Sovereign, and that's 6 in the air. Yeah, the Karn Sky Sovereign's a problem. Yeah, I guess Karn is also shutting down the Claw, isn't it? Yeah, so we're literally dead. Oh, magic gods. All right, well, wasn't meant to be. Well, I mean, I guess the good news is we did finish. We did finish with a 4-1, but that was a really, really brutal ending. Oh, the most brutal ending. Yeah, but we're just dead in the air. So we finish with a 4-1. We get a bunch of treasure chests to open. Although, we were so close to the 5-0. The Magic Gods just did not want us to. I mean, we just don't survive it. We don't survive through the Sky Sovereign. That's a problem. We're just like literally dead that turn. They just attack us with Sky Sovereign for lethal and we die. So we don't even get another turn to try to draw something. Well, let's see what's in our treasure chest. The deck actually felt pretty good though. Surtland Flinger, one of the theme booster cards. It is kind of a cool giant. Giants, poor Giants. Giants have never made it. I'm waiting for the giant buff on Arena. It seems like that's going to be happening at some point. Speaking of giant.chess, Zolto, Fire Giant Duke. All right. What giant will be next? What's the best giant? Probably Bone Crusher, value-wise. Skyclave. I mean, Skyclave's got to be worth something. Skyclave is pretty heavily played across formats. Skyclave Apparition, eight-ish ticks. All right, $8. We'll take it. That's a hit. That's a treasure chest hit. Overgrown Tomb. Shocklands are super cheap on Moto, which is actually awesome. But yeah, Overgrown Tomb's like 50 cents. One more to go. One more treasure chest. What do we find? We have Discontinuity, kind of an against the odds card. Never really made it as a competitive card, but ending your opponent's turn is always fun. So what do we learn about this deck? And I gotta say, even though disappointing ending with that last match where we just kind of ran really clunky, the combos worked. The combos actually added a really nice element to this deck where we were able to close out games in ways that a more traditional mono black devotion deck wouldn't be able to. We saw Scourge of the Skyclave comboing. We saw going off with Underworld Dreams and Peer to the Abyss. So the plan actually really kind of worked, as strange as it looks. And mono black devotion actually seemed like a pretty sweet, legitimate deck to play in Pioneer. So if you're looking for something different to play, it doesn't have any of the super expensive creature lands in it, so it shouldn't be too hard to put together. And it actually felt good. Most importantly, it was super fun, and it just did some cool, like, janky things. But on that note, everyone, I think I'm gonna just have to wrap it up after one league tonight, just for my voice. So, well, let me see your Pioneer deck, Ace Mundele. Uh-oh. What's going on, mouse? Oh, there we go. Let me see. You made me remember you with your Revel and Riches deck from a week or two ago, nearly 5-0 because it can go off turn 5 or turn 6. Ooh, Pioneer wheels. Oh, it is. Smothering Tithe and wheels are just super fun to go off with. Omnixilis. We're gonna have to try something like this with the new legend that triggers when people draw cards. The one that we're going to combo with Lich's Mastery. I wonder if that could have a home in this deck too. Ooh, Treasure Storm too. This looks super fun, Ace. I like it. Not only do you get the Smothering Tithe shenanigans, you get 1,000 Year Storm and Marionette Master. It's got so many cool cards in it. That's a really fun looking deck, and it's been working. Actually got close to a 5-0. That's super sweet. Oh, but on that note, everyone. Oh, let me see, Daniel. Don't know if you've seen this deck, but it's a 5-0. Ooh, that looks sweet too. This reminds me of the Cabal Coffers decks. The Cabal Coffers decks in Modern, but the Pioneer version. That does look super fun. Cabal Stronghold action. Oh, I don't know. Is that enough? 16 Swamps? 16 Swamps Cabal Stronghold. Kind of right on the edge. Oh, anyway, everyone, reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube, that's where you'd find the old stream. Normal YouTube, tons of stuff going up on there. One more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes. Even worked in Modern with Teferi Instant Speed. Ooh, that sounds super sweet, Ace. I like it. I'll have to keep that one in mind. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. So I apologize. I know my voice still isn't good. I'll rest it up. I'll drink the honey. I'll do all that stuff. And we'll be good to go on Tuesday for early access event. Again, if you have some deck lists for early access from Streets of New Capenna for standard, hook me up. Send them to me, saffronolive at mtggoldfish.com. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. You're amazing. I'm sorry we had such a long gap from the stream, but as you can hear, still getting over the sickness. But I appreciate y'all. Have a great night, everyone. Have a great weekend. I love y'all, and yeah, I'll see you on Tuesday for some more fun. So until then, have a great night, everyone, and I will talk to you soon.